We'll be right back, guys. Shoot, gotta do this right now. Let's give it a couple minutes, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon here from the nation's capital, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's cook it up once again, man. We'll talk about everything. Just give me a minute here. Give me a second, guys. What up, guys? What up, man? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay, you want to start with the Braves? Guys, can start dropping your plays, and we'll get to everything, man. Just bear with me one more moment here, just getting the YouTube stream set up. Bear with me, bear with me. We'll get started shortly, guys. Give me one moment here. Okay, we're ready, man. We are ready, guys. Go ahead and drop your plays. We're going to talk about it. We're going to cook it up. You guys know how we always do. 3 p.m. Stream. These are a success. Maybe yesterday we finally had like a day where the takes probably weren't as good. Were they bad? Cubs pushed the -1, but I did like the Cubs. I like the Astros. I like the Tigers. Like the Cubs under. We did end up on that one. Let's see. MLB daily picks. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, we're done. We're ready. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it. Yesterday, man. Not a good day. Oh, it's not a terrible day. 1-2, guys. So I tell you guys, 1-2. We can live with that, okay? If we give back a unit or less than 2 units, okay. We can live with that, or if we give up some change, nothing wrong with that, man. So on official plays, we went 1-2 plus a push, but 1-2. Not the bounce back I was expecting, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's not terrible. We can live with that. Man, that rookie in Milwaukee. Somebody told me he was a top prospect, and like I said, my concept is you still got to show me something. You still got to show me something, but I've written it down. I learned from my mistakes. Not terrible. We can live with that. We are live in Brew Crew today. And you trying to go right back to the Brew Crew, man. Come on, man. You're going to hurt me like that, man. All right, let's pull up the YouTube stream here. And let's pull up the MLB model here, man. My man trying to waste no time. He's trying to hurt me again. He's trying to go back to right back to Milwaukee, man. What's good with you guys? Let me catch up on the chat. Man. So yeah, man. Still, we need our bounce back. We've had 2 losing days in a row now. I'm not about it. I hate that. I like to. I work harder after a day off, man. So yesterday was a little better, but not good enough. Good morning, good afternoon to you, brother. What are your results yesterday? Yes, 1 and 2 yesterday, Michael. The daily pick, which a lot of you guys are following, is yeah, we got to reset on that again. We got to reset on that. We are now 16 and 4 on these 20 plays, but first 20 plays here, so that's still a great record. But what bothers me the most is that 3 straight L's. Okay, that bothers me a lot. 3 straight L's. I'm not about that. And yeah, we've had to reset now after taking Oreos 3 days ago on episode 6. Now we've had to go to episode 1 a couple times now. So man, trying to bounce back from that. Hey Myra, hope you're having a great day. Killa says Braves winning tonight. Okay, we can talk about it, Killa. Just stick around. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here, man. We're gonna talk about it. Okay. Here every day, brother. Hey user, man. Glad to see you here, man. And those of you guys that tune in faithfully, thank you, man. I hope you guys are getting good information out of this. I know not every day is going to be a green day, guys. Not every day is going to be a green day. But what we can do is limit the red days, right? You know, put a stop to it. And today we need a green day, and I'm here for the bounce back, man. Bounce back time, yes, sir. So I already announced, guys, the MLB daily selection. The MLB daily swing just went out. So if you want to take 10 seconds to go lock it in, I could just give you the play right now. It's who do we take? We took the Royals. Okay, the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. The Royals. I got him to get a hit, and then we're going to the Baltimore Orioles, Gunnar Henderson. Those are 2 guys that my everything's showing me that those guys are gonna lock in, guys. So go to like I said, preferably DK. Try to avoid FD for this, guys. Try to avoid FD because it looks like they don't void when somebody gets ruled out. So keep that in mind. Good days outweigh the bad days. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna keep working, man. I'm gonna keep working. Yes, sir, Chris. Gunna, my man, Gunna and Vinny, man. If that's not a 1-2 punch, I don't know what is, man. And it's a Friday slate, so everybody usually plays on Friday. There should be no surprises, man. We should get both our guys today. We should get a full W, man. That's what I'm hoping for today, guys. Gunnar Henderson and Vinny Pasquantino, man. That sounds like a duel right there, a whole rap duel, man. My man, Vinny and Gunna and Vinny. But yeah, man, let's talk about it. Somebody already wanted to bring up the Braves. Let's go right into it, man. Let's waste no time. What up, under PSI? Thanks for joining on YouTube, guys. The rest of you guys, if you guys want to join on YouTube, feel free to join. It's doesn't cost you anything, and you can follow my MLB model, which you guys have been saying is pretty good now. It's pretty good, even good days or bad days. It's still it's still leading us in the right direction, man. And that's all I can do. I can just guide everybody in the right direction. That's all I'm trying to do, inside or out of the side of the Discord. That's all I'm trying, man. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Thank you for 2,000 double taps already. We just started. Thank you, though. But yeah, man, hit the follow button. Make sure you're following. We got 2 separate 10-day series going on. Don't get confused. When you hear the daily swing is the props, right? The players. Just get a hit. We take 2 guys to get a hit, and we call it a day, okay? Already, we're on episode 3. This is our first attempt. We're on episode 3, okay? That includes, again, not trying to confuse anybody, but last 2 days we've had 2 guys get ruled out last minute, okay? So we're not going to wait on that series. We're not going to wait until lineups are out, okay? That would be too short notice. So what we're going to do is if one guy gets ruled out, okay, and we got to win on the other one, we're going to take the half win, okay? That's all we're going to do. We're going to take the half win, and that's what we've been doing. So we got 2 half wins over the last 2 days, so that equals 1. So that puts us at episode 3. Okay, we were at 2, then 2.5, and now 3. So slow and steady wins the race, right? But we take the half wins. Because this could mean we need less than 10 days. Okay, it could mean we need less than 10 days. So this is super beneficial because this could compound really quick. Okay, even if we take small wins, it can compound really quick, man. So if you're in the Discord, I'm gonna keep track of us where we're at. I announced it on the video today as well. We're at the 36-minute mark. 36-minute mark of the episode, man. So we're at the 36-minute mark. We have already 4x'd what we started with almost. And yeah, man, we're going to keep this going. So do not miss either series. I'm going to explain the other one. So hit the follow button because of that. You're not going to want to miss the 10-day series on the player props. And then the other one is the sides and total, which was on a complete heater. It was on a complete heater. We were 16 and 1. And the 1L was the Dodgers on Monday Night Baseball. On Monday night, I can still remember this, man. 12 days ago. 12 days ago, I still remember it. I hesitated with it, but I still sent it. It really could have been 16 straight. But let's say, okay, we got 11 straight. Then we had the Dodgers. And then we had another 5 straight. And then the last 3 days, we've taken some L's, man. So this is not a collapse. We're just gonna keep working, man. We're just gonna keep working, and we're gonna bounce back. So hit the follow button if this is your first time here. Let's see, man. I'm gonna honor the first guy that said Braves. Let's talk about the Braves real quick. So this Pittsburgh Cubs game already finished, so let's close that out. Before I forget to, let's update our total here. 16 divided by, let me do the calculation before somebody calls me out. What's 16 divided by 20? Or 80%. Okay, we're at 80%, guys. It's still an incredible hit rate. Again, if I can hit over 55%, we are solid. We are good, guys. We did pick up another under yesterday, did we not? Did I not send it as a free play? Did I not make up? You guys appreciate that? I sent an under at the Cubs and Pirates under. I sent that as a second free play, guys. So if you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. Even the free side. Sometimes I give you guys a second free play, and yesterday was one of those days. That was a surprise. So if you guys like those surprises and want a second free play, every once in a while, go to the Discord. Just give me some good energy, man. Give me some good vibes, and I'll take care of you guys. So that puts us now at, by my count here, 28-8 on MLB unders. We're going to keep this going. Thank you, Meyer, for sharing the link. I'll go ahead and save that there. But there's the Discord link, guys. If you guys want to use it, you can get in the Discord, get on the free side, and then let's get right into it, man. Colorado versus Atlanta. So we're starting off with a juicy one, and by juicy I mean minus 325. Goodness. So let's look at it, man. I got updated numbers already. I have what appears to be a pretty clear batting edge with. I'm sorry, actually no, I don't. I'm looking at Colorado versus Atlanta here. Okay. So in terms of the bats, it looks like I got an advantage with Colorado, but Colorado plays in Colorado, of course. They play on the moon, man. So I wouldn't take these numbers too literal because they just had a series against San Fran, and yesterday they came back from crazy. What was it, like 7-2, and they came back to win 8-7. So in terms of pitching, though, you do have a clear edge here with Bryce Elder. Bryce Elder is definitely. That guy, he's definitely pretty good. 10 runs over his last 30 innings. He does get hit a little bit more at home, but not terrible. 11 runs over 27 innings for him at home. His expected numbers are good. His numbers against lefties and righties are good. Something I added recently, guys. And yeah, this looks pretty solid. The only problem is the Atlanta bats are pretty cold right now. Despite their 6-2 win last game, I still think they're pretty cold, and there's absolutely no way I can get to a minus 300. Even if you lay the 1.5, you're still doing crazy juice. You have to do like what, minus 2? But I'm not going to talk you off of it either because the Rockies are the Rockies. They suck. Who wants to go next, guys? Who wants to go next? Cook it up says under PSI. Yes, man, we cooking it up. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you want to go next, and I will go scroll up and find your play, man. So I am live on 4 different network, guys. So if you guys want to have your play called, just double tap the screen. It'll get your name flashing every time. I'm checking. Noel back in the Discord, have 2 accounts. You figured it out? Thank you, brother. Yeah, it looked like you had 2 different accounts, man. So I'm glad you figured it out. Guys, you have to use the same Discord email with Launchpass and stuff. Double tap the screen, guys. Who wants to go next? My man Noigs wants to talk about the Rays. Let's talk about the Rays real quick, man. Let's see. Tampa Bay is on the road at New York Mets today. Okay, they came from Boston over to New York. Not a terrible trip there. In terms of batting, it does look like we have 2 hot bats on both sides, especially with the Mets. In terms of pitching. Looks like these guys are pretty identical. I would trust Taj Bradley a little bit more. Looks like he's not giving up so much hard contact like Clay Holmes is. Clay Holmes looks like he's giving up a lot of contact, getting away with a lot of runners on base. But Clay Holmes is not bad either. Not bad at all. 11 runs over 30 innings for him. Taj Bradley, 16 runs over 28 innings. Both these guys pretty solid. Both these bats are pretty even. Even the bullpens are even. Maybe a slight edge to the New York Mets bats, and maybe a slight edge to Tampa Bay's starting pitching today. So that's a pretty easy stay away for me when you have such an even matchup there, man. Who wants to go next, guys? Who wants to go next? Double tap the screen. I'll find your. I'll scroll up as far as I need to go find your play. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Just drop your play and double tap the screen. Jano's double tapping. He said, "What do I think about the Red Sox?" Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, what a series here! Another weekend series between the Yankees and the Red Sox. We just had this a week ago. Okay, in terms of bats, these are two of the hottest bats in all of MLB facing each other here in Boston. Okay. In terms of the bullpen, you do have a pretty clear edge here with the Boston bullpen. So if you're going Boston, consider full game. If you're considering Yankees, consider first five. In terms of pitching, both these guys are pretty solid as well. I would say Ryan Yarborough's, his actual numbers are better, but Garrett Crochet's expected numbers are better. So his expected numbers are pretty good. And that kind of cancels me out a little bit, okay? But here's one thing I did note, that both these teams obviously just played each other. So that means these pitchers, the last time they pitched, the last time they started was actually against each other as well, okay? So how did the last start go? For Ryan Yarbrough, he gave up 8 runs in 4 innings versus Boston last weekend, okay? 8 runs in 4 innings. If you look at his recent starts, that is a clear outlier, okay? 8 runs in 4 innings. The rest of his starts are 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, okay? On the road, they're 1, 1, 2, 0, 0. So very good numbers there for Ryan Yarbrough. I'm throwing out that 8-1 start against the Yankees. And if anything, that's telling me he's more likely to bounce back, okay? I'm looking for a bounce back here out of Yarbrough. But Crochet is not that far off either. So these guys just saw each other, like I said. Crochet, though, he gave up 5 runs. He gave up 5 runs in 6 innings, so he also got crushed. So these guys kind of cancels out a little bit, but I'm saying the 5 is not like a huge outlier. It's not really an outlier too much, but both of these guys are looking for a bounce back. I think Ryan Yarbrough is in need of a bounce back even more. Once I get the information on the splits, I'll get a better indication on this. But good matchup, good pitching on both sides, good bats on both sides. This is a tough one. I think Yankees are pissed coming into the series, man. They got embarrassed in Yankee Stadium. They took it out on Kansas City. They swept Kansas City. My lean for the series is Yankees, but let me take a look here at once we get the updated numbers, man. Who wants to go next, guys? No, bro. What's up, Finn? You don't like my take? Let me know if you have a better one, bro. You know I know my stuff. Okay. Yankees don't win when they're underdogs. Yankees don't win when they're underdogs. Okay. I mean, they're on the road, so being an underdog is not super uncommon. If they were at home as an underdog, okay, yeah, I'd be looking at that, man. Can you put your hand over the camera for what? Okay, man. What are you guys talking about today? Judge to get a hit? Guys, yeah, you guys are piling up. So double tap the screen or spam 00. I see you spamming. He says Braves money line. Braves money line better today or tomorrow versus the Rockies. So if you're just looking for like a little piece to add to your lay, am I going to talk you off of it today? No, I think you have a very, very clear pitching edge here. In fact, you're up against German Marcus here, and I was looking for Atlanta batters today against German Marcus. He's definitely looks like he's hittable, especially on the road. So we ended up with Baltimore, right? So I target Jack Kotchinadzewicz, or however you say his name. So he's probably the worst pitcher on the board. So I did target him with Gunnar Henderson. And then for the Royals, I target Luis Severino, another guy that looks like he's given up a lot of contact there. But I could have easily gone to any of the Atlanta guys, too. The Atlanta guys are looking pretty good. Weather report. Okay, cool. We could talk about the weather report. Take note real quick. I have added here all my weather information. And what I have here is that we have 2 games, guys, that have a chance of rain, okay? So a chance of delay or a chance of postponement. It's not really high, so it shouldn't really impact too much. But we have a 61% chance of rain in Washington and a 54% chance of rain in Baltimore. So keep that in mind. Those are your two games where rain can be a factor, okay? In terms of weather and ballpark factors and directional winds and everything, take note because this is part of a paid subscription. You can get it here for free every time on my live stream, so make sure you're following. Weather, okay, the most weather impacting weather impacting games today. Cincinnati versus Detroit. Cincinnati versus Detroit is seeing a minus 23% home run index today. So that would favor the under. Okay. For an over, Toronto versus Philadelphia, that one is seeing a plus 16% home run index. And then the game we just talked about, Miami, Washington, which has a 61% chance of rain, also has a plus 14% home run, plus 15% home run index, and a plus 14% run index. So if you're looking for two weather impacting games that could affect that could help the over, Miami and Washington, Toronto and Philly. If you're looking at to help with the under, Cincinnati versus Detroit, and that's going to be it. This other one is weird. This other one in Kansas City is telling me plus 10% runs and minus 14% home run. So I'm not buying into that, man. All right, guys, let's get right into this, guys. Let's update some numbers, man. Listen up here, guys. These are the splits that I told you after years and years and years of looking at different splits and different line movements and whatnot. These are the numbers I trust. Okay, these are the numbers I trust. I get it straight from a source that's trustworthy. Okay, so between the Nationals and the Miami Marlins, guys, listen up real quick. This line opened minus 125. It is down to minus 118 with 63% of the public on the Nationals. Interesting. Between Toronto and Philadelphia, guys, this line opened up minus 140. It is down to minus 120. With 53% on Philadelphia, 55% of the handle on Philadelphia. Okay, so that one's moving in favor of Toronto, but it's pretty evenly split. Okay, between Baltimore, let's look at Baltimore real quick. Minus 160 there for Baltimore is where this opened up, and it is up to minus 187. 57% of the public on Baltimore. Okay, next game here between the Yankees and Boston. This thing opened up minus 145. It really hasn't moved. And everybody is taking the Yankees. 70% of the public is on the Yankees. So far, that's the most public game right there. Between the Tigers and the Reds, this thing opened up minus 130. It's still minus 130. Everybody is taking the Tigers. Okay, so that becomes the most public play of the day so far. Okay, between the Mets. Okay, the Mets line opened up minus 170. It is up to minus 178 with 72% of the public on the Mets. Okay, so let me stop there. We're at the halfway point. Let's see. What do you guys think about the splits, or what are the games you guys want to break down? Let's do a breakdown or two and get back to the other half. Under PSI. I hope that helps your the weather report. You got what you needed. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. Okay. Okay, man. Blue Jays, my man. Thank you, Finn. Appreciate it, man. Chris says, what do I think about the Blue Jays? Let's take a look at the Blue Jays real quick. The Toronto Blue Jays are on the road at Philadelphia. Now we know that the market is moving in favor of Toronto, but this is pretty evenly split, so this is not a huge deal, okay? In terms of batting, you do have a very clear edge here with Toronto. Toronto definitely has gives you a batting edge there, okay? In terms of one of the areas where they really stand out is over the last 14 days they're slugging. They're making a lot of hard contact with the ball, and their WRC plus is this is a big discrepancy, a big difference here between Toronto and Philadelphia. Discrepancy? Why do I always forget that word? Between the bullpens, maybe a slight edge here for the Toronto bullpen. Okay, but the starting pitching, this is what really matters here. It does look like you have a small edge, and really not. You have a small edge here with Ranger Suarez. Okay, he started the year pretty late. He came off an injury, and he definitely seems like he's turned it around now, to the tune of 3 runs over 25 innings. Wow, 3 runs over the last 25 innings. I know he was better. I didn't know he was that much better. And even at home, in his last 2 home starts, he's only given up 1 run over 12 innings. So he's definitely trending in the right direction here. But yeah, Kevin Gausman's no pushover either. His numbers look pretty good. He just does look like he's a little bit more hittable on the road. So the market is moving in favor of Toronto. You got the bats in favor of Toronto. You got the pitching, maybe slight edge there with Ranger Suarez. I would lean Toronto in this case, man. Yeah, I think you're on the right side there with the Blue Jays. As of now, that's the way I would be looking with Kevin Gausman being good enough, I think, against Ranger Suarez, man. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you guys want to go next. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you guys want to go next. If not, we'll do another segment. We got segments to do today, man. We can't waste time. This is a big slate, too. Rangers money line. My man JRV wants to talk about the Rangers money line, guys. Make sure you're following. Do not miss out on this page, especially come college football season, man. My MLB continues to be very good. 16-4 is very good. I will take that. If I could go 16-4 the rest of my career, I will be rich. Okay? So, if you think my MLB is still pretty good, my college football is still another level. So make sure you're following this page. Don't miss it come college football season. So you want to talk about the Rangers. The Rangers are at home against the White Sox here, okay? You got a very clear batting edge. Wow, the Texas bats have woken up, but they just put up 16 runs yesterday. But I do remember saying, okay, maybe it was an outlier a couple days ago. The Texas bats are back. I think they're back. Okay, they're slugging, they're walking, they're doing everything pretty well here. And then their bullpen is also pretty good, okay? My problem with Texas today is that they have Dade Dunning on the mound, okay? He's only made 1 start this year versus the Athletics. He gave up 2 runs in 3 innings, so very small sample size. He's only played 1 game. He's been in AAA ever since. He's been in AAA ever since. And he gave up 10 runs in 19 innings. So he's not doing very well in AAA. And last time we saw him, so if you combine his starts with last year, he had an 8.1 ERA overall. He had a 9.0 ERA at home over his last 3 days. You guys always have the questions about the pitcher. Okay, guys. So if you guys check RotoWire will tell you who the primary pitcher is, okay? So I capped the primary pitcher, but it is good to get an idea of who's going. It actually looks like Dade Dunning is the only pitcher today, man. Jacob not on the mound. No, I still got Dade Dunning, man. Dade Dunning is supposed to be making the start here. So this is not a primary pitcher situation. So that's my biggest problem there, man. He's only played one game this year, and he got rocked against the Athletics, who I don't think they're that good, of course. And then ever since, if we go back to at home, his games at home and his games last year, it looks like he was getting rocked. Yeah, I can't trust the Texas pitcher today, man. Adrian Hauser on the other side, pretty good numbers for him on the other side. Jacob pitching tomorrow. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys, man. I do appreciate when you guys help each other out. Feel free to speak amongst yourselves, man, and get this going, okay? So right away, guys, it does look like there's one game here that kind of is catching my attention. I need to know between the Cincinnati Reds and the Detroit Tigers, okay? Cincinnati coming off of a butt whooping. 2 runs were only scored in their last game versus Cleveland. They gave up 11. Detroit, they picked up the win there against Baltimore. I need to know, are you guys thinking the Reds or the Tigers? So let's put up a poll real quick, and let's check it out, man. Let's go red for Reds. So type red right here, or just tap the red for the Reds. Tap blue for the Tigers. I think that actually matches their colors. Red for Cincinnati, blue for Detroit Tigers. Have you guys looked at this game? Nick Martinez versus Kaider Montero is the primary pitcher, okay? This is another primary pitcher situation. Let's take a look here at, I got you, MB. I'm about to take a look at your play. So Kaider Montero is the primary pitcher. You guys are, so mostly on Detroit. Let's take a look. Blue for Detroit, red for Cincinnati Reds. So, so Kaider Montero is supposed to be the bulk reliever today. He's supposed to be coming in. He looks like he's good for 4, maybe even 5 innings. Probably 4. It looks like Brant Herter will be opening the game and then handing the ball off to Montero. You guys are thinking Detroit today? So it does look like the opener, Brant Herter. He's good for like 2 innings or so. And looks like those might be shutout innings. This guy's pretty good. But the primary pitcher, again, the 4 or 5 innings is going to be going to Montero. So make sure you have that very well understood and you know what it is going into it, right? Let's go, man. We got a stay away game, okay? Toss up. A lot of people are saying toss up, okay? Let's finish up the line movement here, man. We need to go to Atlanta versus Colorado. Atlanta versus Colorado is, where is it on my sheet here? Here we go. This line opened up minus 285. It is up to 325 with 88% of the public on Atlanta. So once again, we got a brand new most public play of the day is Atlanta so far, okay? Between Texas and the White Sox, this line opened up minus 190. It really hasn't moved at all. And 82% of the public is on Texas there. Kansas City versus Athletics. This line opened up minus 170, and it's moving in the direction of the Athletics with 55% of the public on the Royals. Okay, interesting. Between Minnesota and Houston, Minnesota in Houston here. This Houston line opened up minus 120. I'm going to answer your question too about the Astros now that I remember here. Houston opened up minus 120. It is down to minus 115. I'm not sure where you saw minus 188, brother. Minnesota is where the public is at. 68% of the public is on Minnesota. And let's take a look here between St. Louis and Milwaukee. Too soon, bro. Too soon, man. We can't talk about this one yet. We got to skip over it. Psych. We move on, man. We don't sit and cry with like little babies, man. No, we move on. And now we look at St. Louis and Milwaukee. This thing opened up minus 160. It is down to minus 155. 55% of the, not 55%, 52% of the public is on St. Louis. So another coin flip game there between the public. They can't make their mind up between the Cardinals and Milwaukee. Almost done here, guys. Between San Diego and Arizona. This line opened up minus 125 for Arizona. This line opened up minus 125 for Arizona with 52% of the public on Arizona. Another game that's really a toss-up here between the Padres and the Diamondbacks, okay? Last 2 games here between the Giants and the Dodgers. You got minus 170 is where the line opened up for the Dodgers. It is up to minus 190 with 71% of the public on the Dodgers. Last game of the night, Seattle and the Guardians. This thing opened up minus 130. And it is down to minus 115 for the Mariners. But 58% of the public is on the Guardians, okay? So we now have our lines and where they've moved, so that's really important there, okay? We're going to talk about every single one of these. But let's go through real quick and just check a box for where the line is moving. And if you have something sketchy, is interesting here, guys. I've been tracking those sketchy movements for the last 2 months. I got the sketchy movements at 43 and 23. 43 and 23, that gives us a pretty good hit rate there, man. If you're just gonna take the sketchy lines blindly, let me see. What am I missing here, man? Let's add up. Hold on, I'm trying to get the. That's a 65% hit rate right there. 65% right there. If you just did it blindly, if you just took these reversals blindly, guys, and you don't have to take them so blindly, because look at Colorado. Colorado's 2 and 6 in this spot. If we take it away, we go up to 41 and 17, 70% hit rate. So something is to be said about these line movements. So pay attention to the ones we have today. This line is moving in Miami's direction, and it's moving in reverse. So Miami is going to get 2 check boxes for me. Next game here, Toronto is moving from minus 140 to minus 120. That line is moving in favor of Toronto. So Philadelphia is moving from 140 to 120. Line moving in favor of Toronto. Nothing really sketchy because it's 53%. This line is moving in favor of Baltimore. This line is not moving in favor of Boston or Yankees. This line is not moving in favor of Detroit. The next game we have the Mets. This line is moving in favor of the New York Mets. The next line is moving in favor of the Atlanta Braves. No movement in Texas and White Sox. We got movement favoring the Athletics. And there's a little bit of reversal. Am I going to check that box for the Athletics? It's only 55% of the public on the other side. Let me see. I'm going to do it based on like how they perform in this spot. And yeah, it really doesn't matter when they're in this spot. So let me not check that extra box for them. Next game here. Next game. This line is moving in favor of Minnesota. Minnesota. Okay, next game between St. Louis and Milwaukee. This line is moving in favor of St. Louis. Go figure. Next game here is between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. This line is moving in favor of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Last two games here, this line is moving in favor of the Dodgers, and the line is moving in favor of the Cleveland Guardians, okay? Let me know if you guys got any questions about that, or what else you guys want to talk about, man. Let's get it here, man. If you guys have any games that you want to discuss, now's the time to drop it and double tap the screen. If you already dropped something, I'll go look for your play. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Just double tap the screen. It'll get your name flashing. That's the only way to prioritize you guys, man. We will talk about the ML. We'll talk about the ML. We're going to still cook up our daily pick today, guys. We're not doing episode 1. Let's take a breather from episode 1 real quick. And we will do our daily pick today, guys. We will do our daily pick. Who's double tapping, guys? Who's double tapping? Myra, thank you for double tapping. Don, thank you for double tapping. Myra, I don't see anything for you. Don, let me check on Don, and then 000. I'm about to get to you as well. He says, what do I think about the Dodgers, Giants, pitching, and under? Dodgers, Giants, and pitching. Let's look at all of that, man. Okay, so you're talking about overall the under, okay? So I need good pitching. Do I have good pitching here? You got pretty good pitching. This is not bad. Logan Webb is nice, but not as good on the road. Yamamoto is nice. Yamamoto is nice and about the same at home. These bats, though, man, these bats are kind of elevated. They're kind of top 13 right now. San Francisco is coming off of a series in Colorado, so maybe their numbers are a little bit elevated there. Excuse me. And then the Dodgers, they just came up. Their bats are always going to be good. So would I consider an under here? Under. This line is not moving in favor of either the over or the under. The Dodgers, man, if you were wondering which ballpark in MLB is best for the over, it is the Dodgers, guys. The Dodgers ballpark. So the wind is always blowing there, apparently, and balls just fly, man. Balls just fly. The crowd is always electric. That's enough for me to say, whoa, I'm good. I'm not taking an under there. That's only set at 7.5. That lineup is too dangerous. Dodger Stadium, number 1 to the over, 22-12, brother. Damn, good insight. Didn't know that. I got you, brother. That's why I'm here, man. That's why I automate all this data and I present it to you guys every single day, man. After a good day, after a bad day, it don't matter. You're going to see me here, okay? If you haven't seen me on the midnight stream, so we've been turning that midnight stream into like more of a D-Gen session. Last 2 nights there was no late game, so there was really no sense of doing that anyways. But I'll hop on the D-Gen on the Demon Time. They call it Demon Time now. We'll hop on the late night stream as well. But go to Twitter and I will announce when I do that. We'll play that one by ear, man. So far we're not seeing the kind of results that we're seeing with the 3 p.m. stream. So for now we just go with the 3 p.m. stream, and every once in a while, maybe tonight's a good night to do the late night stream, man. MB, I did not forget about you, brother. He says, what do you think about the Astros? Let's see. So this market is moving in favor of Minnesota. Minnesota is coming off of a 3-16 loss. Wow, they got their butts whooped versus Texas, okay? Minnesota's bats continue to be very good. Minnesota's bullpen continues to be very bad. So if you're considering Minnesota, if you're considering Houston, consider full game. If you're considering Minnesota, consider first 5, man. But here we go. We got a very clear pitching edge here. Chris Paddock, man. Chris Paddock on the road. 7 runs in 30 innings. Only 3 runs over his last 20 road innings. Very good numbers there. So he's even better on the road. His actual numbers are good. His expected numbers are just as good. Colton Gordon, this rookie, he's given up 10 runs in 14 innings at home. So he's even worse at home. He's even worse against righties, and that's where these lineups are going to have a ton of righties. But his expected numbers are a little bit good, so maybe he is due for a little bit of positive regression. I don't think he gets it here against a team that just got beat up 3-16, and against this lineup that is still showing green across the board here. This offense is still very good. If you're considering Houston, especially at -148, I'm not sure how you're getting that, brother, because I see -115. But yeah, no, thank you on that, man. I would be looking Minnesota or pass. Under wants to talk about Blue Jays. We just mentioned this one a little bit. So this line is moving in favor of Toronto. You do got the better bats on Toronto, but you probably have the better pitching with Ranger Suarez. Ranger Suarez is probably going to give you the better angle there, the better side. But it's not much. I mean, Kevin Gausman is still nice. He's no pushover, and his numbers are not terrible. So because the pitching edge is not too drastic, I would still consider Toronto in that case, man. Zeros, I see you've been spamming. I got you, brother. Out of these matchups, what do you think? Elder versus Marquez, Strider versus Dullinger, or Sale versus Gomber? So you're talking about in advance, brother. That's what you're going up in advance. I mean, Sale versus Gomber sounds like a lopsided matchup there. But today's is Elder versus Marquez, and I would say that one's really good, man. But Sale versus Gomber, yeah. I'll take Sale versus Gomber any day. But those would be 1 and 2, man. MB, you're welcome, brother. Feel free to drop any follow-up questions if you have, or if you want to talk about any of the games, man. Digging, my man Digging. Again, guys, if you guys want to join on YouTube, feel free, man. That's where I'm sharing my screen. That's where you can also see all the games I'm about to highlight. We're getting close to the top of the hour, so we gotta get it moving, guys. 3 out of the 5. Digging says 3 out of the 5 Rangers' last starts are against Pirates and Rockies, maybe inflating his numbers. Also, Jays are the best teams versus left-handed pitcher. I love that kind of information, but I need data to back it up. So you're telling me Jays are the best against left-handed pitchers. So is Ranger Suarez a left-handed pitcher? Yes. Is Toronto the best team against left-handed pitcher? Yes. I love it when the numbers just match up, brother. Yes, because I'm seeing the exact same thing. Toronto, number 1 against lefties over the last 14 days, excuse me. So very good numbers there for Toronto. Ranger Suarez, okay, now you're questioning his competition. And I would say, yes, I don't have too much of schedule, like strength of schedule, but Pirates and Rockies sounds like lineups that are very weak. They're poverty. You guys know, we know they're poverty teams. Pirates are a little better lately. But listen, here's one thing I got to say about Digging is that these are still major league lineups. And yeah, maybe not the best, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes all you need is to beat up on somebody. So Ranger Suarez probably all he needed for his confidence and to get him going is to beat up on those poverty teams, you know. So that could mean something, guys. I've seen it plenty of times. I've seen people criticize the Minnesota Twins, right? They beat up on the White Sox for a series. They swept them, and then the Angels or something. So everybody's like, it's no big deal, right? Okay, no, they went on a tear. That's when they went on 11 straight wins or 12 straight wins or something, right? I think something should be said about that. Recap. Yes, the recap is coming later today, brother. Later today. We're still warming up here, man. Double tap the screen, guys. Let's do one more recap, and then we got to do more sessions, man. We got to do more segments. Stick around let's do like two segments in a row, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Do not miss out on our 10-day series. We are climbing. You know what we're doing. Don't be obvious about it. Don't be hot boy in my comments. You can't even be hot boy because there's a bunch of filters. So I'm not, your comment is not even gonna get posted if you're super obvious about it. These are episodes, okay? We're on episode 3 today of the player props, and we're going to episode 10. You know what we're doing, okay? So let's start with 10 and just flip and flip and flip and just have fun with it, man. I'm not a prop guy. You guys are kind of making me a prop guy. We've sent out 5 different hit lays, and all 4 of them have hit, okay? So we started this like a week ago, and then we're like, okay, let's make it a little bit, let's do a ladder challenge, and that's what we did about it, man. Who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you guys want to go next. There's a bunch of people piling up here. Joe said Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs who? Why am I thinking football? That sounds like a football player. Let me know, brother. Put the team name. I'm not a prop guy, so put the team name, and I'll give you my best. I can guide you in the right direction. Double tap the screen, guys, if you guys want to go next. Hit the follow button. We have segments to do, man. I look like Jalen. I don't even know who Jalen Suggs is, man. But, okay. I hope he's a good-looking guy. All right, guys. Let's do another segment, man. Let's do another segment here. And this segment has to be... the spot. So there's no really teams off of a loss, right? Ooh, Cubs after a loss yesterday. How many times I've been telling you? Is that now 21-6 after a loss? I hope you, when you're watching this, man, I hope you remember me. I hope you remember me. Ah, the NBA player. Yeah. Nah, bro, I'm not even black. I'm not even black. Anyways, yes, man. Yeah, man. So I hope you guys are remembering this. Don't distract me. I hope you guys are remembering this when Jalen Suggs, Orlando Magic. Yeah, he's on Orlando. Jalen Suggs. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys remember this, man. Remember, like, Cubs after a loss, Astros after a loss, Mets after a loss. This team as a home underdog, right? If you ever see the Dodgers as a home underdog again, you know that's probably a mistake, man. So yeah, man, I hope this is helping people. So we don't have any spots like that today. In fact, we don't have any road favorites at all. Interesting. No road favorites at all. Keep that in mind. So all these things are pretty balanced. Okay, guys, we need to update our numbers real quick, guys. I updated yesterday, and really it was a small slate yesterday, so I probably don't need to update again. But let's take a look here, guys, and those of you that are on YouTube are going to see firsthand exactly what I do. So I need to get a few data points here manually, okay? The ones I need to get manually is who are the teams that are best against left-handed hitters. And somebody mentioned Toronto earlier, and they were right. They were right on the spot. Toronto continues to be the number one team against lefties. The number one team against righties, guys, if you were wondering, is going to be the New York Mets. They have a ton of plate appearances. They are 60% better than league average against righties, man. The Mets are dealing right now, and everybody knows Alonso's hot, Soto's hot. These guys are pretty good, man. Let's see, guys. If you were wondering who is the best road team over the last 30 days, the best road offense is going to be, and again, I'm showing you guys exactly how I do it. So this is the part that's not automated, but 95% of my MLB model is completely automated. If you guys were wondering who are the best road offenses, I don't think any of these are on the road. The Angels, the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Cubs, all of them are the best road teams. Let's pay attention to the best home teams. Let's see if we have anybody playing today. The Dodgers are at home today. Toronto is not, and Houston is at home, I believe. Houston continues to be at home. So those are your best home teams there. If you guys want to know who is the most clutch teams, okay, when I say clutch, the most clutch moment you can have in baseball is with runners in scoring position, right? When it matters most, when the bases are loaded, when there's a runner on second base, third base, what are you doing? The Yankees are the number one team. They remain the number one team in that category. They are the clutchest team, followed by the Angels and the White Sox. You probably wouldn't have guessed the White Sox would be in there over the last 7 days. Let's take a look over the last 14 days, a little bit of a bigger sample size. Toronto, Arizona, and the Angels, another three teams that you probably wouldn't have guessed. Those are the three most clutch teams over the last 14 days, guys, with runners in scoring position. One last one here, guys. If you were wondering which teams are the fastest starting teams over the first 5 innings, Minnesota, the Mets, and the Yankees, those are teams that get off to fast starts, okay? The top of their lineup is hot. They get off to fast starts against the starters. They don't wait against the bullpen. Those are your clutch. Those are your teams that start off fast, okay? Here are the teams that are slow starters, but they pick it up later in the game. The teams that pick it up later in the game are Boston, the Boston Red Sox, the Mets, and the Rangers, guys. I hope that helps you. Pay attention. I just said the Yankees are one of the fastest starting teams. Boston is one of the fastest ending teams, or the offense over the last 4 innings. So that's kind of hot and cold right there. You know, our number 1 versus number 30. So pay attention to that, guys. So we got our offenses lined up. And now that we have our offenses lined up, let's do who has the better lineup, guys. Who has the better lineup today, guys? Hit the follow button. I'm giving you guys great information here. I'm checking on YouTube, making sure everybody's good there, man. I make this interactive, guys. I could have a guest speaker, but instead I rather have it interactive with you guys and answer your questions. So before anybody asks me questions about whose offense is better, who has the edge, let me give it to you right now, man. Toronto has a batting edge today, okay? Toronto has a batting edge today. The Mets have a batting edge today. The Texas Rangers have a batting edge today. The Minnesota Twins have a batting edge. Arizona has a batting edge. and that'll do it. Okay, who has the pitching edge? Okay, so I first start with my little breakdowns here. My breakdowns, it looks like Miami. I have a very clear pitching edge here with Miami's pitcher. The next one is going to be Baltimore, Charlie Morton. Interesting. But Jack, my man Jack Konchanowicz, or however you say his name, he's that bad. And that's why we looked at some Baltimore hitters today, guys. Make sure not to miss out on episode 3. We're doing episode 3 of the 10-day series. Do not miss out on that. We're, 2 for 2 now? There's some half wins. But yeah, we're on episode 3 now. Between the Yankees and Boston, there's no edge there. The games where I do have an edge, okay, looks like with the New York Mets, I have an edge here, Clay Holmes. I have a pitching edge with Atlanta's pitcher. I have this one's interesting, the White Sox. The White Sox gives me a pitching edge today with Adrian Hauser. Okay, and I mentioned that Texas, Dane Dunning is coming off of AAA, man. He's coming out of the minors. He just can't stay up in the majors, okay? Next one here, Kansas City Royals. Kansas City Royals gives me a pitching edge today with Michael Wacha. Next game, Minnesota's Chris Paddock gives me a very good pitching edge there against Houston, okay? And last but not least, I like the pitching edge here that I have with Ryan Nelson. Ryan Nelson for Arizona. So pay attention to that. Let me look at the expected numbers real quick, and then we get back to the breakdowns, guys. So good time for you to drop your plays and double tap the screen. Guys, YouTube, good chance for you guys to do, let's do like 3 recaps right now. Paddock is very good. Yes, Paddock is very good. Let's do our, let's check the expected numbers real quick, right quick. Let's see if anybody's just due for positive regression. Charlie Morton, okay, so his actual numbers were good. His expected numbers are pretty good, so I got that box checked. Crochet for Boston. Looks like he's due for positive regression, a lot of positive regression. I mean, he's still pretty good, but he's definitely due for positive regression. I'm going to leave that one unchecked, okay? Next game here, Bryce Elder. We did talk about Bryce Elder. He is due for some positive regression here according to the numbers, okay? Next game, okay, Wacha, yes. Colton Gordon. Nah, he's got to show me something. He's a rookie. He's got to show me something. Milwaukee, do I have a pitching edge there? No. And the Logan Webb, do I have a pitching edge with Logan Webb? It's pretty good, but I'm going to say no edge here. All right, man, let's check on your comments real quick. Elder been way better as of late. Okay, yeah, Elder has been good, man. Yankees got lucky. Paddock is very good, bro. I've been saying White Sox. Were you saying that when we were doing? Thank you, TJ. Good info, says TJ. Thank you, man. I do appreciate that you guys find this useful, man, and share this with somebody because we're getting closer and closer to do our recap. Almost going to be time for a recap, and man, thank God my dog is not bugging today. So fingers crossed it stays that way. It's going to be a good day, man. It's a beautiful Friday. Let's get it going, guys. Double tack. I just spoke with Wood this morning. James Wood is so we got an insider alert. Insider alert. He says it's gonna it is gonna be are we doing the best pick? The best pick is it gonna be a total or a money line? I don't know yet. I still gotta highlight some plays, man. And we're at the top of the hour. We gotta get to highlighting, man. So a recap. Does anybody have a comment or a recap or a question that you want me to answer, or a game that you want me to break down? Just double tap the screen for me. YouTube, giving you a chance here too, man. While I take a sip of my coffee, we're down to 40%. Cheers. If this is your first time here, guys, hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. Do not miss out on these streams. I know I'm giving you guys good information, man. My man Robert said, what do I think about the Angels? Let's take a look at the Angels here. The Angels are on the road at Baltimore. This line is moving in favor of Baltimore. The Bats. Do I have a batting edge here with Baltimore? I'm going to say it's close, but no. I'm going to say no. What you don't have with the Angels, brother, is Jack Konchanowicz, or however you say his name. He is not good. His road numbers are not good. His overall numbers are not good. He's just consistently bad. Meanwhile, Charlie Morton on the other side, man, people probably thought he's washed. The numbers say otherwise. 6 runs over his last 20 innings at home. 8 runs at 21 innings overall. Looks like he's in need of a bounce back. So he could be looking for a bounce back today too. And Baltimore's coming off of a loss. You guys keep, disqualifying Baltimore. I keep telling you, Baltimore's not that bad. They got 6 wins in their last 10 games. They had 7 wins yesterday, but that was a bad spot yesterday against the Tigers with Screwball on the mound. You guys know this. They still continue to be ranked a top 12 team. They're top 12 over the last 10 games and the last 5 games, guys. Hit the follow button. Do not miss out on these streams, man. I'm ignoring nobody, too, by the way. Just if you have a comment, right? If you have a comment or a game you want me to break down, just double tap the screen and I'll go find your comment. Otherwise, I assume you guys are just chatting, which is cool. Feel free to chat. Feel free to ask each other questions. I need to know real quick. Oh. This game's kind of stuck out to me a little bit. Between Minnesota, the Minnesota Twins. Why do I keep doing that? Sorry, man. If that gets annoying. Minnesota Twins and the Houston Astros. I need to know blue for Minnesota, red for Astros. Come on, hit the blue. You could just tap it, by the way. Tap blue for Minnesota, tap red for the Astros. What do you guys got? Blue for Minnesota, red for the Astros. It does let you tap. I assume it lets you tap. I've never done that before. So what are you guys thinking? Blue for Minnesota, red for Astros. This is a good one. I think this is a good game. This is a good game. I'm about to give my thoughts on that game a little bit too. Before I get to highlighting too, I think I'm pretty much highlighted already. Yeah, I am. I mean, all the boxes are checked, I think. Blue for Minnesota, red for the Astros. Houston, smiley face, crying face for Minnesota. Who do you guys got? You guys gonna end this at 4-3? So it looks like you guys are leaning Minnesota. It looks like you guys are leaning Minnesota. That's interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Anybody have a breakdown? Just double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, and I will check your play, man. Manny, I just cashed my Cubs first under 1.5 runs, first 5. Yeah, Skeens, man. Skeens is that guy. My man Gino says any home runs. A daily dinger. Could be interesting, but it's such a big slate, brother. Maybe if some other people ask for it, man. But for now, let's focus on sides and totals. And I gotta lock in here, man. I gotta lock in here. It's time to really start highlighting some plays, man. Let's highlight some games here, man. So YouTube Mobile, let me borrow you for one moment. I'll be right back. Don't leave anywhere. I got you. Let me. If you guys want home runs, just type in HR for me, and I'll take a look at it. Otherwise, man, we got to focus on sides and totals. I already gave you guys a daily swing today too, man. So we're riding the daily swing as well. So minus 119. Okay, the Nationals line hasn't moved. Philadelphia line hasn't moved. The Baltimore line moves a little bit. Boston is moving down. Boston is moving down to minus 142. The Tigers line is staying the same. The Mets line has moved up in favor of the New York Mets. Atlanta, that line continues to move up. Atlanta's now a minus 331 favorite. Jeez. Okay, Texas lineup is the same. Kansas City is about the same. Hasn't really moved too much. Houston, the Houston Astros. Minnesota is now a pick'em. Oh, Minnesota is probably going to close as the only road favorite today. Interesting. Milwaukee minus 154. Arizona minus 140. Okay, that line is moving in favor of Arizona. The Dodgers have moved up to minus 194. And last but not least, the Seattle keeps. Seattle. What's the free play record? Last time I saw it, it was 16-2. We are 16-4, brother. So we took 3 straight L's. Woohoo! 3 straight L's. 16-4 today. So out of our first 20, these are first 20 picks on TikTok. First 20 picks, we hit 16 of them. I am proud of that, and we're gonna add to it, man. We're gonna bounce back today. That's what I'm counting on. All right, let's go. So there was some line movement here that looked like changed the landscape a little bit. Let me see. Where was it? There's nothing there between the Yankees. Guys, that Yankees and Boston game seems to be the biggest toss-up. I don't have an edge for either team in that game. So, interesting there if you guys are looking in that game. Another team here, another game that is really not moving a whole lot is I'm going to take the box. I'm going to take the check box back away from the Athletics, okay? Minnesota. This one's really interesting. The Minnesota, again, looks like they're going to close as the only road favorite today. Only the road favorite today. Minnesota. As a road favorite, Minnesota is 8-7. 8-7. Meanwhile, as a home dog, Houston is 4-1. So Houston does not like to be a home underdog. They win these games outright, 4-1, in their only 5 games here as an underdog at home. Okay. Do we have line movement here between St. Louis and Milwaukee? Yeah, we do a little bit. Arizona, yes, and the Dodgers. Okay. So we have a lot of boxes checked. 16-4 is great, especially for freebies. Yeah, man. 16-4 is fantastic. I will. If you would have told me this a month ago, when we started streaming, that we would go 16-4 in our first 20, man, I would have jumped off my balcony. Houston, great at home, yeah. And consider as a home underdog, only 5 times this year, 4-1. They say, you're going to come into my house? You're going to come into my house and be a road favorite? Yeah, okay. Double tap, guys. Double tap the screen if you need me to scroll up to your play. I'll go scroll up and find your play. Coming to my house? I think that's from Kevin. Isn't it Kevin Hart? Glove compartment. Let me just check on the turkey in the oven. Glove compartment. Or gun compartment, whatever it is. Double tap, guys. Double tap. Who wants to go next? My man under PSI says Red Sox. Yankees are big public. Big public there for the Yankees. Yeah, 70% on the Yankees. But I don't see much here for Boston, man. You could argue both sides, really. A bullpen edge with Boston. And I think Yankees had... Of course, it's only been a week, man. And they remember that embarrassing series in Yankee Stadium, man. What's Yankees' record as an underdog? I don't track that. But that is interesting there if you're considering that. I don't track as an underdog alone. I can get that from Action Now. Let me take a look real quick. Because I know that's not a situation that happens very often. As an underdog, they're 2-5, bro. They lose these games. They're 2-5 as a dog. That's what you guys got to check, man. You got to check your Acuna to get a hit. 15-2 last 17 games with 88%. Yeah, man. I told you. What did you tell me? They're an underdog. They're supposed to lose. They're supposed to lose, brother. They're an underdog. That's what an underdog is. Ronald Acuna was on my final. He was on my list today, man. So I don't disagree with you there if you're on Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, man. We're past the top of the hour. We really got to start highlighting some things here a little bit, man. Let's get moving, man. Let's get moving. Come on, bro. Don't be saying underdogs are pursued. Underdogs are not favored, bro. But yes, Yankees are still really good. But yeah, it's a 162 game season, bro. You're gonna be an underdog. Everybody's gonna be an underdog. But what you're not gonna be is a home underdog. So that's something I do personally track. And the only game where that applies today is Houston Astros. It looks like they are gonna close as a road underdog today. It's still a pick 'em for now, though. All right, guys. Let me do a little bit of crazy talk here, just to get some plays highlighted, man. So between Miami and Washington, I'm not trusting Miami. The bats are bad. The pitching is good, but the bats are bad. I'm not doing that. Washington just got swept too. Toronto and Philly, I haven't really seen anything here. Between the Angels and the Baltimore. Angels and Baltimore, okay. Got the better bats, got the better bullpen, got the better pitcher. What else can you ask for? I don't think you could ask for much else. Okay. I'm highlighting a play there. Between the Yankees and Boston. Yeah, I keep saying, where are the advantages at? I don't see them. Cincinnati and Detroit, this line is not moving. But if it did, I'd be interested in probably Cincinnati. You got the better bats. You got the better bullpen. Pitching is pretty identical, so maybe I'll leave it alone. This is one of those games where they have like the primary pitcher and the opening pitcher. That's kind of messy. Tampa Bay versus Mets. Mets are minus 183. You do have the better bats with the Mets. Clutch bats, number 2 with runners in scoring position. Do you have the better pitcher though? I have Clay Holmes circled as the better pitcher, but I'm not sure if he is. Taj Bradley isn't bad. His overall numbers are not bad. His actual numbers are not bad. I'm gonna take this check mark back from the Mets. I don't think it's a clear edge there for the for the New York Mets there. Do I still lean the Mets? They just picked up a win. Tampa Bay's lost 2 in a row. Mets have picked up 6 wins in a row. They're hot. That lineup is hot. We pulled it up on the prop channel. The prop plays, they got like 4 bats in a row that are really hot. Between Colorado and Atlanta, this is a huge spread. There's no way I can play either team here. Between the White Sox and the Texas Rangers, this line is moving slightly in favor of White Sox, but really nothing. You got the better bats on one side. You got the better pitcher on the other side. No, thank you. Between the Athletics and KC, let's see. This thing is moving in favor of Athletics. You got the better bats with Athletics. I'm not interested in this. This is ugly. Michael Wacha is nice. Michael Wacha is nice at home. Overall, very good numbers there. And they just got swept. But the line is kind of moving. If that line fixes itself, I might be interested. I don't think Kansas City is at the level with Athletics. Okay. Next game here. This was really interesting. Minnesota on the road at Houston. You got the better bats. Got the better pitcher. Don't have the better bullpen, so this would have to be first 5. But I am interested in this game here. Excuse me, guys. All right. Last few games here. St. Louis and Milwaukee. This is crazy talk hour, man. Crazy talk. Let them cook. St. Louis versus Milwaukee. Of course. Am I going back to St. Louis again? They did get the chancla yesterday. They got their ass whooped yesterday. The bats do favor Milwaukee. The bullpen favors Milwaukee. The pitching favors nobody. Yeah, I'm good. St. Louis has now lost 5 in a row. Maybe you are as bad as your record shows, right? Over the last 5 games there. Padres and Arizona. This line is moving in favor of Arizona. The bats are better with Arizona. And is the pitching better? Both of these pitchers look like they could get hit. But both of these are pretty nice. I mean, Arizona's pitcher is pretty nice here. I'm gonna highlight that play. Next one here, San Francisco versus Dodgers. Let them cook. Dodgers minus 170 up to minus 194. You got the better bats. Better bats with the Dodgers. Better pitcher though. Better pitcher is gonna be Logan Webb. Logan Webb is nice. Is he that much nicer though? I don't think he's that much nicer, but he's nice. I'm probably good on that one. Cleveland versus Seattle. Gavin Williams versus Luis Castillo. This line is moving in favor of Cleveland, but you got the better bats on probably Seattle. No, neither one of these bats are really that good. In terms of pitching, there's not really a pitching edge here either. Okay. All right. Doctor, that was one of our segments. That was one. He probably came in at the wrong time. He's talking. Yeah, he's talking. That's one of our segments. It's called Crazy Hour. This is just when I'm like talking, like you can hear my mind, and so I'm getting ready for the recap. Why are you blabbering? You're quiet as fuck, bro. Talk louder. Doctor's like, what the fuck is going on here? That's Crazy Hour, man. That's Crazy Hour. Okay, guys. We're about to get to the totals, and then we'll do Let 'em Cook. We'll do Let 'em Cook coming after, man. That was a segment, man. We're just getting some plays highlighted, just getting myself, getting the list shorter from 15 games down to 12 or whatever. Let's see. Under PSI says I got a pitching edge with the Red Sox. With Crochet? You think I got a pitching edge there, man? His expected numbers are really good. But so far, what he's shown me, not a whole lot, brother. Keep this in mind. Oof. Only 26 batters faced. But look how bad he is against lefties. And the Yankees have a ton of lefties in their lineup. Let's take a look at this, actually. So good point there. There's a 100% chance of rain in Chicago? How are you guys? That man said, speak up! Speak up! I can't hear you. What game was I looking at? The Yankees, right? The Yankees. How many lefties they have in their lineup today? 1, 2, 3. A switch hitter. So okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lefties in the lineup today. So they are predominantly lefty, or including a switch hitter. And here, if you look at one of the worst numbers for Garrett Crochet is against lefties. Okay, he doesn't have a ton of sample size, right? Look at the rest of the sample sizes, but 26 is decent, right? You face 26 different batters, and you're giving up a WOBA of 44 of .445. So 4 lefties, yeah. So 4 lefties and the switch hitter. So they will use that switch hitter either way, So they'll probably use it to their advantage here. While we're on that topic, let's look at who has the most dominant lefty lineups. Okay, this is something I started adding. Let me see, man. So 3 or 4, I say okay, that's normal. But once you have like the Nationals guys, the Nationals have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are predominantly lefty, and you deserve to be identified as a team that's predominantly lefty. Okay, another one is going to be Baltimore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to write down Baltimore as 5. So this is something new I'm adding, guys. So I'm not putting a ton of stock into it yet, but just being transparent with you guys, I think this is good information to have. Because if we're looking at it from one side, right, if we keep looking at the team versus the pitcher, we also need to look at the pitcher versus the team. Okay, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm looking at who has the most lefties or who has the most righties. Okay, I'm gonna write down that the Rockies barely have anybody. They only have 2 lefties, so they're mostly righties. The Rockies, so they only have 2, so that means 7 are righties. So they're predominantly righties. The White Sox they have a ton of lefties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got 5 for the White Sox. This is good information right here, guys. I'm not just gonna give you guys picks, man. We're gonna cook it up, man. We're gonna cook it up and figure it out together, man. Next team, guys. If you guys need, let's see, of teams that are like predominantly lefty, predominantly righty, let me know. Let's see, you got 4 here, you got 3 here, you got 3 there. Okay. Ooh, here's another big time righty lineup. The Houston Astros have 8. Jeez. Houston Astros have 8, so I'm writing that down. Again, these lineups could change a little bit, but for the most part, they will stay the same. Okay. The Dodgers have 4. Okay, I'm gonna call that average. Cleveland Guardians, they have 5 lefties in their lineup. At least today they do. So I write this down just in small here, just to remind me. Looks like the Yankees, the Tigers, Baltimore, the White Sox, and the Guardians. All of them, when they need to go lefty heavy, they can do it, man. I hope that's good information for you guys, man. Marlins are all right-handed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Okay. San Fran is right-handed. San Fran has 6. Let's write that down real quick. That's pretty. Let's take a look at the Marlins. Jeez, damn, there's several of these. San Diego has 5. Am I gonna call 5? Yeah, I think 5 is mostly like 3 or 4. Okay, we let it pass. Yes, the Nationals are known as a lefty lineup, brother. So righties, yeah, very, very righty heavy there. I'm gonna call it let's call it 7 for Miami because they have a switch hitter. And then we're done with this segment, guys. So just something to keep in mind when it comes to really predominantly left-handed Washington. Okay, Washington is the team really that you got to look out for the most. And against righties, Houston, Miami, and Colorado, they pretty much just have righty lineups today. Okay, so I tell you guys this because everybody in MLB, they were brought up and Most people do good. They do fine against righties because that's what you see mostly. But when it comes against lefties, okay, some of these pitchers really struggle against lefties, right? So you're pitching completely from the other side. For example, look at this. Look at Stephen Kolek today. He pitches a beautiful, probably the best righties, WOBA to the righties, but his WOBA, his WOBA to lefties is the worst, probably the worst on the board. So day and night difference right there with a very good sample size for both. So the next thing you would do is go see how many lefties are in Arizona's lineup. And the answer to the question is only, well, actually several. 4 plus the switch hitters, and you could probably count on those switch hitters to turn into lefties, at least while Kolek is in the lineup. So you got 4, you probably got maybe 6. Let's call it 5 for Arizona, okay? Let's call it 5, just somewhere right in the middle. So yeah, man, I hope that helps you guys, and you understand why I'm looking at that now. Let me see. Can I data? How do I just make it show everything? Wrapping, overflow. Whoops. Excuse me, guys. All right, man. Let's get closer to the recap, guys. We're almost there. Missed the recap. No, you haven't missed the recap. The Cubs have a ton of lefties. Okay. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 plus a switch hitter. They have 4 specific lefties or lefties that are primarily lefties. So I'm going to leave that one alone. I don't want to add too many teams. The ones that we really got to pay attention to, guys, and hit the follow button if this is your first time here. Do not miss out on these streams. This is good information, okay? But the ones you really got to look out for is Washington. They are known as a lefty-heavy lineup, okay? So, guys, the next question here is, we got our pitching edges. We got our batting edges. Let's look at some totals real quick, man. Do we have good pitching and bad bats, man? Because I love when we got that. And the answer to that question is between the Yankees and Boston. You do got very good pitching on both sides, but you have the hottest bats on the planet. Let's see what the line is doing. The line is not doing anything either, so I am good on that. Next game here, we have pretty good pitching on both sides. Between St. Louis, Eric Fedde, and Milwaukee, Freddie Peralta. You got pretty good pitching there. The expected numbers are pretty bad, but the lineups are not the best. So let's take a look at what the line is doing in that one, okay? And what the line is doing is this line opened 7.5, juice to the over. Last read here was 7.5, juice to the over still. So that's a total that I'm going to track, okay? Just cause, never know. I am not opposed to taking some overs either, man. We're going to look at some overs, okay? So first of all, let's go through the pitching, okay? So it looks like you got pretty good pitching here between Stephen Kolek and Ryan Nelson as well. The expected number's not that good. And one of these lineups is hot. The Arizona lineup is hot, so no thank you. And that's kind of enough for that. Let's look at the expected numbers. So the Yankees have two pitchers that are expected to be pretty good. What else? San Francisco versus Dodgers. We talked about the Dodgers having the number one ballpark, guys. If you guys are following on YouTube, you can see my screen, guys. Look at these columns right here, M through O. Okay, M through O. Basically, I added orange just to remind me of the rain percentage. Okay, but besides the orange, if it's red, it's most likely it's helping the over. If it's green, it's most likely helping the under. Okay. So if you guys wanted to know like which ballpark has the most unders, Texas Rangers tonight, they are 25-8 to the under. 25-8 to the under. That is 76%. You could see that on the chart as it's number 30 to the over, so that means it's number 1 to the under. Go on your opinion. Who's the best team in MLB, brother? My opinion is it changes every single week. You gotta keep up. That's why you have to automate data. Last 7 days, last 14 days, man. It changes. It changes every single time. The Padres were terrible for a long time. Now they're pretty good. They're top 5. All right? The Rangers were terrible for a long time. Now, the rankings have them number 1. The New York Mets, right? They went on a cold streak. Now they're number 2. I would say right now, I am scared. I am kind of scared of like the Yankees right now, stepping in front of them right now. I think they're very good right now, but the Mets as well. Maybe both New York teams. Pretty good, man. The drink is just an iced coffee, brother. Guys, I did enough yapping for a little bit. Let's get to some recaps. If you guys have a question for a game or a comment or something you want me to scroll back to, just double tap the screen and I'll go look for it right now. Who wants to go next, guys? I am out of coffee. My dog is chilling, bro. Somebody told me the other day, I was walking him, and somebody said, that's a fried chicken baby, or a fried chicken dog. I'm like, fried chicken dog? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, he looks like a fried chicken. Like, you'll see in that picture where, like, if they're standing still, it looks like fried chicken. I need to give him I need to take him to the groomer. Anyways, guys, double tap. What's good, Prezi? We are getting to the play, brother. We are getting to our top play of the day. That top play is 16 and 14. 16 and 14. 16 and 4. 16 and 4 last 20, or only 20. Those are the only 20 plays we dropped. So stick around. We're about to cook it up and drop it, man. All right, guys. Sorry, I was yapping a little bit. Soto or Alonso? Bro, both these guys are hot. Both these guys are hot. You got New York Mets against Bradley. I would say maybe one of them, maybe Soto is too hot. So by default, maybe Alonso, brother. But neither one of those were in my top today. I have like a top 6, and neither one of those were in my top 6. Who wants to go next, guys? Try Agua Fresca Blazing. I haven't heard of it. I'll try it. Double tap the screen, guys, if you want to be featured next. Robert, thanks for double tapping. Robert says, what do I think about the Royals? Would never be Royals. So I did highlight Kansas City. The line's really not moving, but I would want it to correct itself. I think you just got swept by a very upset Yankees team. Okay? In yesterday's game, you also got blanked, right? You scored 0 runs yesterday. After a loss, they're not very bad. They're 18 and 6 after a loss, 18 and 16 after a loss. Their bats just disappear at times, okay? So what I do like for Kansas City today is Michael Wacha. His overall numbers are pretty good, 10 runs in 29 innings, and he's fantastic at home. 3 runs in 30 innings. Problem is that Luis Severino, I got to go double check these numbers. Luis Severino is 3 runs in 31 innings on the road? That sounds crazy because his home numbers are so bad. I mean, it would make a little sense because he plays in the minor league park, right? So he probably keeps getting rocked. But let's take a second look here at Luis Severino. I'm opening up his page here, and what I'm seeing is where's Luis Severino? Here it is. So it looks like on the road, this guy is a machine. Like, literally a machine. Here we go. On the road, listen to his last road games. 1-0. 1-1-0. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Where is he at? Here. 1-0, 1-1-0. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Innings pitch, 6, 5, 8, 6. 5. Where is it? Here we go. 6, 5, 8, 6. 6. Yeah? Bro, I have not seen this kind of discrepancy before. This guy's getting rocked at home and pitching elite on the road. But again, he plays in a minor league park. Royals have been smashing right-handed pitching since June 1st. Let's take a look at that. So you're talking about the team against lefties. I don't have Luis Severino as a lefty. Let's see. Let's see. Severino's a righty, brother. Right. Sorry. You did say righty. Sorry. They've been smashing right-handed pitching. Smashing number 14, brother. Number 13. If anything, Athletics. Now that you mention it, Athletics over the last 14 days, Number 4 against righties. So they're smacking righties way more than Royals, man. Royals ain't smashing nobody these days. That ain't true, man. They are bad. They don't have power. They have Salvador is nice, but yeah. They also are showing no plate discipline, guys. No plate discipline at all. Not drawing any walks over the last 14 days. So if you were considering somebody for strikeouts, Luis Severino's good on the road. He might go several innings, and he's up against a team that is not showing any plate discipline. One of the worst today. Guys, double tap the screen. Hit the follow button. If this is your first time here, do not miss out on these live streams. We got to cook it up, guys. So let's go to one or two recaps more, and we'll wrap it up, man. Who for strikeouts? I'm not a strikeout person, but if I was asked about who could probably get the strikeout props today, Luis Severino looks really good on the road for some reason. And he goes he goes 6 innings on average. He's even gone up to 8 recently. So he can get a lot of innings, and he's up against a team that's striking out, that's just showing no plate discipline, okay? It's not the only metric, but that's the only metric I have here. But another team, for example, so the other teams I would be looking at is Washington. Washington is showing no plate discipline against Edward Cabrera. I would probably trust Edward Cabrera a little bit more. He looks nice. But then go and look and see if they are strikeout pitchers or ground ball pitchers or fly ball pitchers, okay? I'm just guiding you in the right direction. Philadelphia is a team that's not showing a lot of plate discipline, but I don't really trust Kevin Gausman as much as the other guys, okay? And last but not least, Seattle Mariners. Geez, the worst team. Not drawing walks, chasing, and then but yeah, it looks like Gavin Williams is not too bad, guys. So that should at least guide you in the right direction. You should really go and look and see if they are strikeout related. I mean, the number is gonna show that anyways. So even if they're like a ground ball hitter, ground ball pitchers, the numbers are gonna reflect that. The strikeout number would be worse. So who can get their strikeout pitchers today? Look for guys that are gonna go the distance, and or could go the distance, and against teams that are not showing any discipline. Guys, who wants to go next, guys? Double tap the screen if you guys want to go next. And then we get to it, man. We get to it. It's going to be time for us to look at this one more time, guys. Daily content said Tyler Fitzgerald 1 hit. Tell me what team he's on. Is he on San Francisco Giants? I'm not a prop guy, man. And he was not in my top 6. Today I developed the top 6. And I dropped 2 guys to get a hit today. 2 guys to get a hit. Go check out my video. If you missed it, we're doing a 10-day series. We're on episode 3 right now. So we're... my man True says, what do I think about Tampa Bay and the Mets? Tampa Bay and the Mets. I think you got the better bats with the Mets. The pitching is pretty much a wash. Pretty cancels out. Pretty much cancels out. But you do have a pretty good edge there with the Mets. They've won 6 in a row now. Tampa Bay, they're not terrible, but they've lost 2 in a row. Man, maybe this one's a little bit more even than I thought. I would lean the Mets right now, but not sure if I get excited about that. Double tap, guys. Double tap if you want to get next. If you want to get called next. YouTube, I'm giving you guys priority too. If you want to head to my YouTube, you can get first dibs on every single pick, every single game analysis. So feel free to head to YouTube if you want to. You can also see my screen share, and you can see all the games that I've highlighted so far. Truth. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, brother. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions. My man, let's see. Who's double tapping? Robert, best dog today. So the dog is going to have to be someone on the road, okay? Because all of the road teams today are underdogs. It looks like Minnesota might change that, but for the most part, it has to be a road team, okay? And I would say the numbers are showing me that Miami could probably make some noise against a bad Washington Nationals team. They got the better pitcher, slightly better bats, slightly better bullpen, but emphasis on the better pitcher. I would say Miami could make some noise. Those are just crappy teams that I probably wouldn't, really get to. But, yeah, hope that answers your question, man. All right, guys. Drew says Giants or Dodgers. If I had to look at this Giants or Dodgers game, I got Yamamoto and Webb on the other side. This one's pretty close, man. Maybe. I got a pitching edge here with Logan Webb. His actual numbers are good. His expected numbers are good. His road numbers are not as good. Okay, and Yamamoto on the other side is not bad either. There's no pitching edge. There's really no bullpen edge. At home, the Dodgers number one in the last 30 days. So very good numbers there. I would lean the Dodgers, but yeah, I'd lean the Dodgers just because San Fran is also going to be coming off of a series in Colorado where they got a lot of hits, a lot of runs, and I wouldn't expect them to. I would expect their numbers to be a little bit inflated, if that makes sense. Cool, man. Excuse me, guys. Double tap if you want to go next, guys. If not, we got to get to the play, man. Top of the hour, we gotta have the play already out. My big time. He says Dodgers going to win that game. Okay, man. Yeah, I would not disagree with you. Not disagree. You're looking at White Sox against Texas. This line is not moving. You got the better bats with Texas, and you got the better pitcher with White Sox. I don't know, man. Texas might be back. Their lineup might be back. They got Corey Seager back in their lineup, and they've been better ever since, man. They've been better ever since. Let's take a look, guys. So did we finish up looking at the totals, right? So we got to start with the best pitching, and we said San Francisco Giants and Los Angeles Dodgers has some pretty good pitching, but no, thank you. Toronto versus Philly has some pretty good pitching. Let's take a look. Let's see what that total is doing there. That total is doing. Toronto versus Philly. This one is moving in favor of the under. So let's take a look at that one. We'll track it. 8 minus 110. And let's see, where are we at in terms of public? The public is pretty even on this one. 53% to the over. 64%. He said, "Why are you mumbling?" Yeah. Speak up. It's crazy time. We had crazy time for the totals maybe. I only have a couple totals to look at here, so let's see. Where do we have the worst pitching? St. Louis versus Milwaukee. Yeah, because those expected numbers are pretty high, but the actual numbers are good. So that's probably an easy stay away for me, man. Especially yesterday's game went under too. Yeah, it's a weird day for totals today, guys. Let's see. Padres versus Diamondbacks. Same thing. You got expected numbers are high, but the actual numbers are low. So what do you make of that? Where else do you have some bad pitching on both sides? It looks pretty good. It looks like, if anything, there's more good pitching today. Why did I say I was tracking St. Louis Cardinals total? It doesn't look bad. Let me add it back. Okay, guys, let me get some updated numbers here on the totals, and we'll come back and it's gonna be time for the recap. We'll get time. We'll be ready for the recap here. Just looking at the Toronto versus Philly total. YouTube mobile. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with the stream. St. Louis versus Milwaukee. That one is still juiced to the over. Okay, one segment we forgot was where's the sketchy totals at. Where are the sketchy totals at? Anything here? Between the Reds and the Reds, the Reds and the Mets, the Rays and the Mets. Listen up. This line opened up 8 even. It's moved up to 8 juice to the over, with only 29% on the over. So everybody's taking the under, but the line is moving in favor of the over. Interesting. I wanna start tracking how the totals do in that spot. I just don't know how to do it. Maybe I add like another checkbox and just check it, okay? Another total where things are a little sketchy here, man. Let's check. I'm checking. Looks like, why are you mumbling? Yeah, it looks like everything else is pretty solid, man. So in terms of pitching, am I stretching it at this point? I mean, I think I got the best pitchers already circled. So let's get updated numbers here between Tampa and the Mets. Best team at home. Citi Field. At home, yes, 27-7, straight up, 8-2 over the last 10. Very good numbers there for the Mets at home. Okay, never mind. This line is not sketchy anymore. This line kind of fixed itself, so I'm not even tracking it anymore. Next one I was tracking was St. Louis. Okay, we already looked at that. Okay, we're back, guys. So we need to now let's look at everything. Let's get ready for our recap. We're gonna do our recap right now. Let's do our recap right now. We're gonna do it at the 41-minute mark. Let me see. Sticking out. Okay, guys, time for the recap, man. This is the best part of the stream. Do not miss out on the stream. Damn it. My dogs woke up. So this is the best part of the stream, guys. Let's cook it up, man. If you want to send this to a friend or somebody that keeps losing on Friday night, man, they don't have to keep losing. Hit the share button. Send this to somebody. In the next 30 seconds, we're doing the recap, okay? In the next 30 seconds, we're doing the recap. Let me take a look here at everything I've said so far. Let me get updated odds for the games. This will be the last time. I doubt anything's moved. Actually, we got some significant line movement here against Washington. More line movement against Toronto. Why did I check that box for Philly? This line is moving in favor of Toronto. Okay. This line keeps improving for Baltimore. Damn it, probably missed the boat there. Detroit continues to be a -130. So share this, guys, with somebody. I'm about to give you guys all the best reads, man. The best I got is pretty good, man. I would say it's a little bit, it's above average. Milwaukee has become a favorite again, a bigger favorite. Okay. Arizona -140, 149, 112. Okay, guys, we are almost ready for us to do the recap and pick the final daily pick. Okay, so we did say we're gonna take a break with episode 1 for a little bit here, and then we'll be back to it though. We'll be back either Sunday or Monday with it. Let's just see at least 1 or 2 go through the hoop real quick, and then we'll be back with it, man. So let me just take a look here and make sure I got all the updated information, and then we do the recap. All right, man. We are ready. You are killing me, bro. I'm doing the best I got, brother. And if this is not a page that you find useful, I'm sorry, man. Yes, we lost 3 in a row. But where were you when we hit 16 out of 17 before that? How they forget so quickly. Right? All right, man. Time for the recap. We are doing this at the 44-minute mark. All right. What up, guys? Welcome to another recap of the live stream. Okay, this live stream's at 3 p.m. Eastern time. The best live stream you're going to find on the web, man. I'm giving you guys good information. I know you guys are finding it useful. Let's see if we can get a bounce back here with our daily pick later today as well. If this is your first time here, make sure you're following. Hit the follow button. Do not miss out on our series, all right? We're doing two different series, two different 10-day series, okay? The prop series is doing pretty good right now. We're on to episode 3, okay? On to episode 3. We started with 10, 20, and then 40. You know what we're doing. So we are moving forward with episode 3 today. It's already been released. If you have not seen it, go check it out on my TikTok. It'll be up on YouTube and Instagram shortly as well. Let's get right to it, man. Miami is on the road at Washington. So this is the Marlins versus the Nationals. This line is moving in favor of Miami, and I just updated this a little bit more, and it's telling me that the line continues to move in favor of Miami with the majority of the public on Washington. Sketchy. Washington has now lost 5 straight. They just got swept by the Mets. Miami has shown a little bit of signs of life. Looks like on the road they're a little bit better. These are still 2 really bad offenses. I'm not giving the edge to anybody in the batting department. In terms of pitching, however, I do give a very, very nice edge here to Edward Cabrera. Edward Cabrera overall fantastic. Jeez, this guy's only given up 1 run in 14 innings overall, 5 runs over 24 innings overall. On the road, just as good. 8 runs over his last 23 innings. Very good numbers there. You could narrow that down to the last 3 games. 2 runs over 14 innings on the road. Very good numbers there for Edward Cabrera against a cold lineup in Washington. Mitchell Parker on the other side looks like he's pretty average, below average, really. So edge there to Miami, and I would be considering Miami in that situation. Between Toronto and Philadelphia, this line continues to move in favor of Toronto. And I'm not too surprised because you have the better bats on Toronto. You have the better bullpen in Toronto. And the pitching matchup is pretty close. I'm going to call that a wash. I would be looking at Toronto in that case. Next game between the Angels and Baltimore. The Baltimore line keeps moving in their direction, in their favor. Okay, they're coming off of a loss against Detroit, but that was against Skubal. And that came after a win against Detroit. So kind of a little bit of zigzagging there between Baltimore. So Baltimore, do they have the better bats? They slightly better bats. It's really pretty even. Pretty even matchup there. What I keep telling you about Baltimore is that they have a top bullpen, and that's no different today. In terms of pitching, you have a clear edge here with Charlie Morton. This is probably the biggest differential between pitching matchup. Charlie Morton and Jack Conowitz, or however you say his name. This is a pretty clear edge for Baltimore in the pitching department. I would lean Baltimore. Send me some good vibes, guys. If anybody's getting impatient with me, tell them let them cook. This is let them cook time, okay? I'm locked in right now. I'm focused. Send me some good vibes. Double tap the screen. Between the Yankees and Boston, if I haven't stressed it enough, this is as close as a toss-up as it'll get. This game looks like a toss-up here, man. The bats are both good. The pitching is both pretty good. The bullpen, you do got an edge there with the bullpen. The line is not moving. I don't know what else to say about this. This is a very interesting game. It's a very good game, but I don't think it's a game that I'd be really interested in, man. Between Cincinnati and Detroit, this is another game that same thing. The market's not moving, but at least I do have I have a batting edge. I do have a batting edge here with Cincinnati, okay? Cincinnati has the better bats. Detroit's bats have been on the decline. Their bullpen is much nicer too. But in terms of pitching, you really don't have an edge here on either side. I do give a small edge to Cincinnati coming off of the butt whooping that they just got. Cincinnati just got clapped by Cleveland to the tune of 2-11 final score. So a small edge there for Cincinnati, who just got their butts whooped. Tampa Bay versus New York Mets. Taj Bradley on one side, Clay Holmes on the other side. This line is moving in favor of the Mets, the New York Mets, who have the better bats, who have the better bullpen. No, not really. A kind of even bullpen, but both really good. But where they do have the edge is the pitching department. This one I call kind of a wash. I want to say the actual numbers are favor Clay Holmes, but it really doesn't favor that much. Clay Holmes is giving up a lot of hard contact, a lot of leaving a lot of runners stranded, which is not a good thing if you're doing 100%. But I would still lean the New York Mets here. They are hot right now, and a lot of their consecutive bats are hot. Next game here, guys, Colorado versus Atlanta. German Marquez on one side, Bryce Elder on the other side. This is a minus 300 with two lineups that are cold. You do got an edge there with Bryce Elder, but at minus 300, even if you put this in a lay, you're still paying minus 300. Even if you put it in a lay, I don't think this edge here is that significant. I don't know if I like either side there. It doesn't warrant a minus 300 in my opinion. Okay. Next game here between the White Sox and Texas, the White Sox and the Rangers. This line opened up minus 190. It really hasn't moved. You got a batting edge here with Texas, and you have a pitching edge here with the White Sox. When those edges are split, that's a pretty easy stay away from me. So that's what I'll be doing in this game. We're at the halfway point, guys. We're at the halfway point. Make sure you are following. You're going to miss out on my videos. The reason is because the algorithm is, don't depend on the algorithm. Me and Mr. TT are not on the greatest terms. A week ago, I couldn't post anything at all. So make sure you are following. So my followers will always get the videos first. Okay. You're also not going to get the videos with a ton of time, anticipated time. So make sure you're following and do not miss out on the 10-day series that we're doing. Okay. If you want to get in the bio, if you want to get in the Discord, the link is in bio. Okay. We are in need of a bounce back. No other way to put it. Okay. I got my butt whoop on Wednesday. Thursday, a little better, but still 1-2 negative, and we got to come back from that, man. I am not about consecutive losing days. If anything, I am known for having consecutive winning days. If you've been following me for a while, how many times do you see 4 straight winning days, 5 straight winning days, 6 straight winning days, a whole week of all profits? We are going to get back at that, guys. So before we pop off, get in there now. This is a good time for a bounce back. This is a beautiful slate. We got NBA too. $20. $20 gives you access to anything. Just consider it, okay? We are in need of a bounce back, and I'm ready to deliver it today. Next game here between the Athletics and Kansas City. We are back, guys. That was the halftime show. Athletics and Kansas City. This line is moving in favor of nobody. Both of these guys are coming off of butt whippings. Not butt whippings, but sweeps, okay? They both got swept in their last games. So two teams I really don't trust. Do you have a batting edge here with Athletics? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, maybe you do. But the pitching edge is going to go to Michael Wacha. Wacha at home, 3 runs in 30 innings. But I told you, don't sleep on Luis Severino on the road. Jeez, 3 runs in 31 innings. I didn't believe those numbers. I had to go verify it myself. So that's what I did. And yes, it is. Luis Severino on the road is something very unexpected. So I did have Kansas City highlighted in that game, as you can see on my YouTube screen. If you're not already on YouTube, go watch my recap on YouTube. I'm sharing my screen. I'm going to take that check mark back, man, because Luis Severino on the road, wow, 3 runs in 31 innings, and the Kansas City lineup is not one that scares me. Next game here between Minnesota and Houston. You got Paddock on one side, you got Gordon on the other side. You have a batting edge with Minnesota. You have a pitching edge with Minnesota. It's pretty clear too. 7 runs in 30 innings for Chris Paddock, and the rookie Colton Gordon. He's getting clapped at home. 10 runs in 14 innings. The expected numbers show me that he could be due for positive regression, but these rookies got to show me something before I back them. Okay. You're also taking Minnesota after a big loss. They just got their butts whooped. 16 runs were scored on them in their last game against Texas. They lost that game 3-16, and they got Houston on deck here, man. Next game between St. Louis and Milwaukee. This line is moving in favor of nobody. These bats favor nobody. The pitching favors no one. This is pretty clear stay away, but maybe a small edge to St. Louis, who got their butts whooped yesterday. Don't ask me about that game anymore. We talked about it enough. Moving on. San Diego versus Arizona. This market is moving in favor of Arizona. I do like that. The bats favor Arizona. I do like that. This is the game that I told you. Ryan Nelson, his numbers are fantastic. 3 runs over his 18 home innings. Over his last 3 games at home, he's only given up 0 runs in 12 innings. Very good numbers there for Ryan Nelson. Did I mention overall 3 runs in 20 innings? Okay. But one start is missing here, and this is his last start. His last start, he got his butt whooped. 7 runs in 3 innings against Cincinnati in Cincinnati. I'm taking that one out as a very clear outlier. That was 7 runs given up there in his last start. The other starts are 0, 0, 1, 2, 0 at home. 0, 0, 2, 1. That sounds like a lot of zeros to me. And then he suddenly just gave up. He had a bad day, guys. It's okay. It's okay. He had a bad day. I would expect him to bounce back here. I like Arizona. Next game here, San Francisco versus Dodgers. This is another game that's pretty even, man. Do you have a pitching edge here with Logan Webb? Maybe a little bit. Not a whole lot, though, because Yamamoto is not terrible. This line continues to move in favor of the Dodgers. The problem is you got to lay a run. You got to lay some juice there with Dodgers, and I'm not sure if I'm trying to do that on a game that looks pretty even on both sides. San Francisco is coming off of a series with Colorado in Colorado, so maybe their batting numbers are not as good as they show, because before this, the San Francisco Giants were not hitting on the road. Last game of the night here, I didn't have much to say about this all day. Cleveland versus Seattle. This line is moving in favor of Cleveland. The pitching looks pretty identical, looks pretty good for both sides, or decent for both sides. And then the batting looks pretty even on both sides as well. Don't see too much of an edge there. Maybe small edge there for Seattle, who's coming off of a sweep. They got swept yesterday. Or they got swept in their last game against Arizona. Okay, that's interesting. Meanwhile, Cleveland just put a spanking of their own. They just spanked Cincinnati 11 runs, 11-2. Okay, 11-2 win there. So Cleveland might be feeling themselves. Seattle might be looking to bounce back. My biggest problem with Seattle at home, they suck. Seattle at home is, I don't know, they're better on the road. They've been like that all year. And one of the things that they do the worst is walking. Their walks are terrible, number 30th, so over the last 14 days. So they're not showing play discipline, and they're not getting it done at the plate there. The line is moving in favor of Cleveland, so that's a clear stay away from me. Let's see. I was only tracking a couple totals, and the totals I was tracking was between Toronto and Philadelphia. This total opened up 8.5. It is down to 8 with 53% of the public on the over. The bats are hot for Toronto. They're cold for Philadelphia. So, okay, that kind of cancels out a little bit, okay? So what you do have here is with Ranger Suarez. His numbers are showing pretty good and a lot of signs of improvement. Somebody told me it was against the Pirates and the Rockies. Okay, I get that. And yes, you can take that data and do something with it for sure. But consider that baseball is a game of momentum, okay? So even if you beat up on some poverty teams, it does help your momentum, especially the way Ranger Suarez started the season. And keep in mind, he came into the season pretty late. He joined the season pretty late. He joined the Phillies pretty late. So maybe he needed a few starts to get going here, and it looks like he's doing pretty well. On the other side, Kevin Gausman. His numbers are not bad. His road numbers are a little worse, but not terrible either. So I think these are two good pitchers here, and the number here is telling me that the under is a little bit more likely. I don't like that I have plus 16% home runs expected, according to Ballpark Pal. And this is a ballpark that's known for a little bit more of a batter's park, of not pitcher friendly necessarily. Okay. The last total I was tracking here is between St. Louis and Milwaukee. St. Louis and Milwaukee, this line has stayed the same. It's 7.5 juice to the over. Both of these bats are pretty cold. And the actual numbers for Eric Fedde are pretty good. The actual numbers for Freddie Peralta are pretty good. The expected numbers are not, though. So both of these guys may be headed for negative regression according to their xFIP and Sierra metrics. But you have cold bats here. Maybe this is not the game where the negative regression comes, guys. So that's going to be my recap for sides and totals. I hope you guys enjoy it, man. If you guys missed it, feel free to follow on YouTube. Last few days, I know I haven't been sending the recap, but I'm going to get it today. But I also need you guys to show support. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste 30 minutes of my time dropping that, guys. So you'll find my recap on YouTube, guys. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. $20. I'm being transparent as I could be. I got my butt whooped 2 days ago. Yesterday, I got my butt whooped, but not as bad. 1 and 2. I can take 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is fine. But when I go over, I am pissed. I am ready to bounce back, and today is a beautiful day to bounce back with. We got a full MLB slate. We got episode 3 of the prop challenge, the prop series already released. So we're on episode 3. We're going to episode 10. Even if it's a half win, we take it. Because it can compound very fast. So we're on episode 3. Do not miss out on any of this. Even if you join the free plays, you can get a free play and get alerts when I post a TikTok immediately. Okay, so you'll get an alert immediately. Yesterday, I surprised the free play channel with a second free play, okay? I gave out 2 free plays. So if you're crying about the daily pick that missed, okay, well, I dropped a second free play, and you could have got that in the Discord if you're not in the Discord. I gave Cubs out for free, Cubs under for free yesterday. So join the Discord for the free plays, first of all. Join because you might get a second free play because it just depends on the vibes. And then last but not least, if you want to get in the Discord, $20. It gives you access to all my plays. You see all my confidence level, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 units, whatever. You get investing advice. You get credit advice. And it's the place to be, man. The community is great. We're meeting up in Las Vegas in September, and I hope to see everybody there, man. So get in the Discord now, and let's eat today, guys. That's it for the recap. We finished at the top of the hour. Good. It is time for me to cook up the play, brother. Let me check some questions real quick. That was the recap, yes. Thank you, Myra, for posting the Discord link. That was the recap. Now it's time for the daily pick, okay? And I said this daily pick, guys, we got to see 1 or 2 go through the hoop a little bit, okay? Before we do episode 1. Now, we're going to see this go through the hoop, and let's start today. So let's do a daily pick today. Let me check what the comments are saying, man. So if you guys have a comment you want me to head back to, double tap the screen and I'll check it for you. If you have a question or a game you want to look at, Mets are the best team in baseball, top to bottom. They are very good right now, yes. Nationals bounced back after the sweep. They lost 5 in a row now, so I don't know, man. He still has to go crazy and then let him cook. Yes. So that was let him cook and crazy time, guys. Crazy hour. Now it's time for the pick, man. It's time for the pick. But if you have a question you want me to look at, double tap the screen and let me know. I'll go back and look at your recap, man. Briosha says, what do I think about the Braves today? Let's take a look at the Braves. Bryce Elder. Yeah, this is a minus 300. I mean, yeah, Atlanta's the better team, better pitcher here. But minus 300, I don't think it's worth it. If you put it in a lay, you're still doing minus 300 in a way. But I'm good. I wish they were coming off of a loss or something. Who wants to go next, guys? Any good ML for today? Yes, we are going to drop it right now. You guys just want to get to the pick? Okay. We can get to the pick. Let me know, out of all the games I talked about, which one did I sound most excited about? What do you guys think is worth the daily pick? What do you guys think is worth the daily pick today? I'm looking. Minnesota. Yeah, you guys are paying attention. Man. What else, guys? What else? What do you think? Right? Because I don't want to be accused of overthinking, right? I think it looks pretty clear to me. The Mets, the Dodgers. I think I said nothing really that good about Dodgers and Giants. And that one's a toss-up, but yeah, I would lean Dodgers. You definitely like Blue Jays or D-backs. Interesting. My man said the Mets just because you're a Mets fan, bro. Luis Severino? I am not taking Luis Severino. You guys are definitely paying attention, though. I will say that. Let me check. I gotta double check some numbers real quick, man. Is this team this good on the road? They are, yeah. They're pretty good. Let's look at lineups real quick, guys. We're late enough that we can look at lineup information. So listen up, guys. I'm about to give you hot bats and lineups at the same time. Colorado? I definitely did not say Colorado, bro. A's is a good underdog? I don't mind it. I mean, dude, no, I don't think anybody knows Luis Severino is that good on the road. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think anybody knows Luis Severino is that good. AJ say, who's better, Judge or Shohei? Give me Shohei. Give me Shohei. Shohei's a robot, yo. That guy's AI. He's not real. That guy is not real, man. What was that meme? That man is not. What is it? The back of the plane joint. Yeah, Shohei is not a human, bro. He is not human. Let's take a look at lineups real quick, man. And then we're done for the day. The Angels are missing their number 4 today. Pay attention to that, guys. So I'm only gonna read off the important spots. So Taylor Ward, guys, the guy cleaning up after Mike Trout, he's out today for the Friday lineup. The Astros are gonna be missing number 2 and number 7 today. Okay, so that's interesting. Number 2 and number 7 is gonna be missing for Isaac Paredes, number 2, is going to be, he's injured, okay, so he's out of the lineup. The next significant one, the Royals are going to be missing the end of their lineup, the 7, 8, and the 9. All of them are out today, guys, for the Blue Jays. So keep that in mind. Next game here, the Braves. The Braves are going to be missing Drake Baldwin. I mean, he misses several games, but Drake Baldwin is nice. He was hot. He was hot for a long time. I remember I was looking at his props. Let me see here. Atlanta is going to be missing number 2, okay? Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. Stick with me. I'm just going to go through the important ones, guys. The Cardinals will be missing Brendan Donovan, number 3. He remains out of the lineup. He's missed already 3 games, okay? So Brendan Donovan is out of the lineup today. Dodgers are full. Ooh, this lineup is missing. Look at the Guardians. They're missing the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 8 today. Cleveland. This is against the lefties, so let's see what the lefty numbers are like. Cleveland is missing that many bats today. Where's Cleveland? Did they play already? I thought that was Cubs. They don't play today. Am I tripping? It was Pittsburgh versus Cubs earlier. So where the hell's Cleveland? That's weird. Yeah, I don't have Cleveland on. Here we go. Cleveland down here, way down here. Oh, sorry, that's the Wednesday. Either way, that's the Wednesday lineup. I'm looking at Wednesday. Friday. I got a lineup here that shows me the Marlins are going to be missing the number 2. Jesus Sanchez is missing out of that lineup. The Friday slate for the Mets. Okay, that one's ready. Friday slate, guys. I really do like having all this information, bro. The Red Sox is going to be missing the 1 and the 7 today. The 1 and the 7 is going to be out for the Red Sox today. That is looks like their lefty lineup. So, actually, no. Normally, Jaron Duran does play against lefties, but he's not playing tonight. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. The Rockies. Who cares about them? Only M does. Only M cares about them. Detroit was missing the 1 today. Twins are missing the 2. Trevor Larnach. Okay. This is against the lefty today. They hit number 7 against lefties. And here we go. The Yankees are going to be missing. They continue to be missing Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm is going to be missing. Jazz Chisholm for the Yankees. So that's the number 5, guys. That's the number 5 there for the New York Yankees. Who's hot, guys? Who's hot? What lineups are hot? The Yankees lineup is hot. Almost done here, guys. Let me look at consecutive bats that are hot, guys. Consecutive bats. The Rangers have 2 back-to-back guys that are hot. That would be the Texas Rangers, so they're hot. Be careful with the Rangers. The Mets. Oof, the Mets, bro. 4 guys in a row, all in the top 12. All in the top 12 of MLB. I'm using Fangraphs, bro. Top 12. Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, McNeil. What? There are 4 guys all in the top 12 of MLB. I'm checking that box for Minnesota. Not Minnesota, New York Mets, sorry. Yeah, Fangraphs has last 7 days, man. Who's hot in the last 7 days? Here we go. The Cardinals. Okay, I said the Cardinals yesterday. Contreras remains hot. Arenado remains hot, but now the guy in the middle not as hot. Whatever. I'm not doing that for fool me once, right? Toronto, they are hot. Toronto lineup is hot. Number 4 and the 5. Springer and Kirk. Back-to-back guys right there. Seeing the ball very well. The Astros are hot. Altuve and Yandy Diaz. They are seeing it pretty well, man. So they are hot. Okay. And that is it. That is it for who's hot and who's not. So who has a clear lineup edge? I don't see anything super obvious. Cleveland, but that lineup was not out yet. Okay. We are ready, guys. We are ready. Let me look at some of those stats I was looking at. Some of the new stats I have, which is lefties versus righties, anything super, super important. So Washington's pitcher today, Mitchell Parker, struggles big time against lefties. Miami doesn't have lefties, so we're good. Okay. Next one that's a pretty huge discrepancy here is Boston. Crochet against lefties. Yankees have a ton of lefties, so keep that in mind. Okay. Next game here with the big Milwaukee. Way better against lefties, terrible against righties. So Milwaukee is doesn't look like a lineup that is heavy on either one. Last one, Steven. We talked about this one. Watch out for Steven Kolek today against Arizona with a bunch of Steven Kolek struggling big time against lefties. Arizona has 5 lefties in the lineup. Tonight is the night. Okay, guys, I'm down to 2 games. I'm down to 2 games right here, man. I went through every single game, answered every single question. Yeah, you are welcome to leave, brother. You have a ton of people here that would disagree with you because I've answered a ton of questions, everybody's questions. I made this super interactive. So, bro, if you just want to see the video at the end, feel free. But if you want to continue trolling or being a little jerk, you're not going to see my page anymore, brother. Cool. So I'm down to 2 here, guys. I need to know from you guys between the Minnesota game and the Arizona game. I need to know which one, what game do you want action on? Red for Arizona, blue for the Twins game. Twins game in blue. Twins game in blue. Red is Arizona, guys. Red is Arizona. The GOAT's info is very valuable. I would think so, brother. Red for Arizona. Blue for Minnesota. I'm really torn on those two. Arizona in red. Minnesota blue. Just tap. Tap for Minnesota. Blue for Minnesota. Red for Arizona. Let me check, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me check on the first 5 versus full game. We are cooking it up here, man. I hope nobody else feels like I'm wasting their time, man, because we have cooked it up together, gave you guys a lot of good information. You bring your play of the day, and I'll tell you if it's any good, man. I'll tell you if it's any good. Something about these Friday night games, bro. Apple TV. Pay attention to the games that are on Apple TV. That's Arizona versus San Diego today. That game's on Apple TV. I'm not saying anything, but does anybody else feel like those games are a little sketchy on Apple TV? Thoughts on the Nationals? I mentioned, I think Miami, brother. I think Miami might be the better way to go there. I'm just checking here, guys. I think this is clear, man. I think this is clear which way we got to go, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. We're doing a 10-day series. We're climbing. We're doing the climbing. Do not miss any one of those episodes, okay? We're on episode 3 right now with the props. That video is actually released already, so feel free. The most sketchy games is the last game of the night. Bro, I remember you said that against the Dodgers. I remember that. Anyways, hit follow, guys, if you're not already following. Jade, welcome. This is a community of people, man, that we've only been doing this a month, and we're the most popping page on TikTok. And the Discord has tripled in size over the last month. So hit the link in bio, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord. Feel free. I got free plays there. I do a second free play every once in a while as well. Yesterday, I surprised you guys with the second free play. That one was money. And today, man, we're looking for a bounce back on the official plays on the paid Discord. $20. $20 if you want access to everything. You noticed the last game? I've noticed those Apple TV games are weird, bro. They're weird. All right, man. Let's waste no more time. Today, for today's daily pick, guys. For today's, the bookies are viewing, right? Clearly they're viewing, man. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. Do not miss our 10-day series. And remember this page come college football season. I'm another animal come college football season. Hit on the whole season. Hit close to 70% last year, man. It's great, man. So hit the follow button, guys. Do not miss this live stream come college football season. I can't believe the Pirates won earlier. That game already finished. All right, guys. Today we have to go to Minnesota versus Houston. Okay, and here's why. We have to go Minnesota versus Houston. These guys. So, guys, we've been missing out on these. Right, the last 3 days, right? Everybody wants to cry about the last 3 days. Okay, we were 16-4 overall, right? And when we were 16-1, we were picking on these situations when a team just got their ass whooped, just got embarrassed. Nobody wants to take them. Nobody wants anything to do with them. Minnesota Twins just got spanked yesterday, 16-3. They just got spanked yesterday. Feel free to argue the other side, guys. If you guys are on Astros, argue the other side. I'm thinking about Minnesota right now, how they just got spanked yesterday. They literally got beat by 2 touchdowns. They got the better bats. They're clutch, runners in scoring position. They're good on the road. They're number 7 against lefties. And they have the pitching edge today. Chris Paddock, don't sleep on this guy. 7 runs in his last 30 road innings. I could narrow that down to 3 games. Last 3 games, only 3 runs and 20 road innings. Very good numbers there. But like my man John said, be careful with that bullpen. That Minnesota bullpen is not good. And speaking of cutting it down to first 5, Minnesota is number 1 over the last 7 days in the first 5 innings on offense, okay? WRC plus. Number 1 on offense for Minnesota over the first 5 innings. In the last 4 innings, they dropped down to 17th, okay? So that shows me they start fast, and their bullpen lets them down in the second half, and the bats aren't as good in the second half. Byron Buxton should be in. What am I missing with Buxton, brother? In fact, I actually had him on my sheet today. Yeah, Byron Buxton is in, and he's hot. He's number 16 in the league right now. So Buxton is in. Who's not in is Trevor Larnach, but I cancel that out with Paredes on the other side. Paredes, he's out for Houston. So those kind of cancel out. Those kind of wash. Okay? So for today's play, we have to go back to what was working when we were 16-1. And if you want to come back and troll later about it was Astros, tell me right now. Tell me right now if you like the Astros. If you like the Astros, put it right now. Put Astros. I'm taking Astros. Okay? Because I don't want to hear it later. Okay? Tell me right now if you're on the Astros and why. And I respect that. I respect when somebody comes to me before the game. In fact, I go out of my way to come back and look for the comment or look back for the Discord message and then say, GG's, bro. Congrats. You had the right read. So I trust that. I respect that. I respect when you guys do that. So if you're on the Astros, put it right now. Put it right now. I'll remember you. Put it right now or put it in my comments, okay? Twins first 5. Twins first 5 at -110. No juice, baby. -110. Y'all like that? We're not laying any juice. We're not doing no -1 today. We got the better pitcher. We got the better bats. We got a team that just got their butt whooped. The only thing, if I'm gonna do devil's advocate, right? The only thing is Houston as a home underdog. I told you guys Houston as a home underdog, 4-1. 4-1. But they are outmatched today on offense. They are outmatched on pitching, okay? If I didn't have one of those, this would be a stay. I'd probably be good on this one, okay? But for me, I think I have enough on Minnesota to get me to Minnesota, okay? But that's my devil's advocate, okay? So if you got something for Astros, let me know now. But otherwise, I don't want to hear it. Minnesota Twins, first 5, money line, right? So we get a push if it's 0-0 or if it's tied. We get a push. So Minnesota Twins, first 5, daily pick. Do we do episode 1 again? Or do we need a break? Do we need to see one go through the hoop? Be honest with me. Smiley face, if we do episode 1. How good was the breakdown? Or was I nervous or something? Blue, if we pass on episode 1, take a day. Let's see one go through the hoop. Or red, guys, if you smiley face if you want to start up episode 1 again. Come on. Literally, this is your decision. I'm not making this call. Do you guys want to start it up again? No, Finn. I said it's up to you, bro. I want to. I think we should have fun with this, man. But some of you guys get so sad. Bro, it's $10. Some of you guys get so sad. Smiley face to run episode 1 again. Crying face to take a day off. I lean to take a day off because I don't want to keep, being embarrassed. Welcome to episode 1. Welcome to episode 1. You guys know there's somebody else that does that on TikTok. Welcome to episode 1. Welcome to episode. I'm not trying to be that guy. But today, this is low juice. Nobody's arguing for Astros. So nobody's on the Astros. Everybody's following me with the Twins, and I respect that. I appreciate that. Hit the follow button, guys, if this is your first time here. Twins, first 5. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. And even if you told me Astros right now, I'm okay. Tell me beforehand, though. What do y'all like? Altuve and Peña at home. Altuve and Peña at home are good. They actually had 2 hot batters. Altuve and Diaz. That combo is scary. That combo is hot right now, right? The 3 and the 4. Even Christian Walker is nice. But the pitching edge, man, Chris Paddock, 3 runs over his last 20 innings. And guys, remember, if it weren't for Altuve, yes, Altuve though, a little short motherfucker. Anyways, if it weren't for that spanking they took yesterday, right, guys? That y'all remember when we were on that 16-1 heater, we were capitalizing on a lot of those, right? How many times do y'all remember this team just put up 14 runs? They're not doing it again, and they didn't do it again. Been riding with Paddock for a few weeks. I seen the Astros get belt by Tampa at home and away. Tampa can hold Minnesota jockstraps. I like it. It's just scary. I don't think it's super scary, man. These guys just picked up a win yesterday. They picked up 2 wins in a row now. I think Astros after a loss is scarier, right? I tell you, that's the number 1 team. Number 2 team after a loss are the Houston Astros. This is a spanking delivered by Chris Paddock. This is not Apple TV. This is not the Apple TV game. I think those Apple TV games are sketchy as fuck. So keep that in mind. The only thing I'm really... And guys, we're not doing full game. We're doing first 5, right? Because the Minnesota's bullpen is not something to be messed with. We're going first 5 innings. First 5 innings. Twins money line for the daily pick. We're 16-4. We are going for 17-4. And we're doing episode 1. We're doing episode 1 of the daily pick, the series, the 10-day series. This is small juice, okay? If this wasn't the special situation that it is, if it wasn't the spot, right? 16-3 yesterday is embarrassing. Nobody wants anything. So yes. So for the daily pick, just whatever your standard play is, do 1 unit on that. 1 U on that. And then if your U is less than $10, or if it's more than $10, then put $10. Okay. If your unit is 10, don't put $10 on the daily on the episode either. But yeah, we're doing episode 1, small juice, unique situation. I feel like this is going back to what was working for us when it was 16-1. And if this doesn't work, then tomorrow we take off. Okay. I'm not promising we take Sunday off of the episode because Sunday baseball. I love Sunday baseball. There's nothing like it. But yeah, guys, Minnesota Twins. Hope you guys enjoy it. Last call, guys. Double tap the screen a lot of you guys asked a ton of questions right now, so double tap the screen if you want to be answered. My man AJ says, do Dodgers own the Asian market? They got money, so they bring anybody. Have a good night, bro. You're welcome, brother. Thank you. People coming in here say it's worthless. What? You are stupid, bro. You are stupid. I gave you a whole lot of picks that night after night proves to be plus instead of negative. Can you look at A's plus 1.5? You got A's Athletics. Yes. So I did mention that. Hold on, give me 1 second. I did mention A's have Luis Severino on the mound. And him on the road is nice. This guy is nice on the road. They probably got the better bats too. Kansas City is probably in shambles. Yeah, if you're on A's, I'm not disagreeing with you, brother. Mets own the Latino market. Is this really a thing? Guys, thank you for the double taps. Thank you for 7,500 double taps, 75K double taps. Last call, guys. I got to go. Double tap the screen, and I'll check for your play real quick. Cabrera, K's. Yeah. Washington doesn't have discipline, and I like Cabrera pitching today. Double tap if you want to go next. Otherwise, we're done. Finn says, let's cash, man. Let's cash it, man. I think we deserve it. I think we put in a lot of work. Have a great night, bro. Thanks for your analysis. Thank you, brother. I think we put in a lot of work. I think it shows. I think it was clear as day when I was going 16-1. But don't forget me. I'm still the guy that can deliver 16-1. Now, is 16-1 sustainable long term? No. But if we stay above 55%, I'm happy. But I think we can consistently hit 60%. I don't think that's too much to ask for, man. Double tap, guys. Last call, and I'm out. Truth is double tapping. Thank you, Truth. Mets own the Latino market. I missed the Milwaukee recap. The YouTube will be up, guys. Osh is double tapping. Osh said Giants and Dodgers over 3.5. You got good pitching. You got good bats. But you do have the stadium, the arena there that has the stadium that has the most overs. Number 1 to the over. Let me see what the line is doing. The line is really not doing anything. Yeah, I'm not going to talk you off of that, brother. Last call, guys. Double tap if you want to get called. Otherwise, I got to go. Osha's double tapping. Okay, we just talked about your play. Truth is double tapping. All right, guys. We got our play. David says Rockies over. Let's see. Braves versus Rockies. This line looks like it's going shaded to the under. You do have cold bats, and you have Bryce Elder is nice. This ballpark is number 2 to the under, guys. 19 and 9 in Atlanta, Truist Park. 19-9 to the under. So I would not be going for the over. The play is Twins first 5. Twins first 5 money line minus 110. Guys, I hope you guys have a great day. Yes, that was the play. Have a blessed day. Remember, be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. I'll see you guys in the video when it's dropped, okay? I expect to see all you guys in the comment section for the good vibes. We need it for the good vibes. Peace. I don't know why I'm doing peace. My girl makes fun of me for that. Hope y'all have a great night, man. Let's have a good one, man. Peace. YouTube, Twitter, YouTube.